This episode of the podcast is brought to you by Loot Crate. Loot Crate is a subscription service where they send you an awesome box full of random geeky stuff every month. Both me, Blue, and
Elmore.
Stitch get it. Why are you messing up names? Yeah, Stitch gets it too, and it's pretty awesome. I heard that I didn't get mine yet because it got lost in the mail. Thank you, Postal Service. But I got to see what the box was this month, and it was Suicide Squad, right?
Yep. Yeah.
And it's pretty awesome. The actual box breaks down into Harley Quinn's hammer.
Ooh,
yeah.
A mallet?
Yeah, that's pretty cool. So not only is the contents of the box awesome, but the actual box itself can be something awesome. And every month, the way the box looks and the inside of it is always different, which is pretty cool. And it always has cool geek references and stuff like that. I'm actually wearing a Loot Crate shirt right now. It's the Deadpool shirt saying tacos. So yeah, it's pretty awesome. Basically, you get a shirt, some kind of figurine, and a bunch of other random stuff for a pretty low monthly fee. I think I'm paying like $13 a month.
Yeah, some cool random stuff.
That's like cheaper than a t-shirt nowadays. Come on now. And you get a t-shirt.
Even a t-shirt from Target.
Yeah, that's
like 15, 16 bucks.
I don't know how they're doing it, but they're doing it, and it's awesome. So if you guys want to do us a favor and go to trylootcrate.com/BThenBTI and input the promo code BRIDGE10, as in you're walking over a bridge, and the number 10, you will save 10% on any new subscription. Once again, it's trylootcrate.com/BThenBTI with the promo code BRIDGE10 to save yourself 10% on any new subscription. All right, now on with the show.
Searching for Harambe in the upside down. If you up, smash that like button. Welcome to Black and the Black Times Infinity. I'm your host, Cthulhu's Prodigy, coming to you live and direct from the Dro. Smoke me out there with that dang shit on my left. Old ninja. I almost messed that up.
Yeah, you did. See, I could die, and then someone could make a hologram of me, and I'd still be realer than you.
Oh, I like that. All right, on my far right, engineering on the 1 to 2, stroke people out on the 3s and post Kratos.
Harambe plots his revenge in the upside down.
Oh, nice. And last but not least, we got our boy Blue.
This podcast coming straight in your ass like the TSA.
Stole it.
Love that. You got to credit that, man, because
best
folks don't know.
fucking line I heard in a trap song by
Keith Ape?
Yeah, Keith Ape. Holy shit, those guys are great. It's a Korean trap group.
Oh man, if you don't know about Keith Ape, you better ask somebody.
You better ask somebody.
Man,
ask us. Look him up on YouTube. We fucking know.
He's got the mallet.
This is I'm holding up now the Loot Crate box that actually my roommates got. So my roommates used our code and they got their first Loot Crate box this month. And
Hell yeah.
So this is the box. If you can see, it turns into Harley Quinn's mallet. You can see the little handle there. It's pretty easy instructions. This thing, feel it. This is got a little weight to it.
Yeah, it's solid too.
Yeah.
You probably hit a kid and make him cry.
Yeah. So yeah, if you got badass kids, you're like, Harley Quinn gonna get you.
Bust their head like a grape.
Oh, bust it open.
So yeah, it's pretty dope. So yeah, it's one of the many things you can get. They chose, I believe, the comic theme. Well, last month was Suicide Squad, but I think they chose the comic theme or something. But yeah, when you do Loot Crate, you can pick whatever theme you want. So yeah, look up lootcrate.com/BThenBTI.
We having another promo.
Bridge
10 seconds in.
Yeah.
Well, I know our sponsors like that though.
I love it.
We just made a whole podcast on Loot Crate. I'm sure they'd like it, but we're not. So,
We couldn't do a whole unboxing video.
actually, next time I get one, I'll do an unboxing. Yeah.
No Stitch this week. He's out saving the city, so shout out to him. But we're going to rock and roll with it. We got plenty for y'all.
Yeah, we do.
Rock with it. Roll with it.
Yeah, shout out to Paul and James for coming on earlier. So for those of y'all that
Great fucking guest.
didn't know, a couple of hours ago we actually had 2 guests on. Paul is in The Strain that's coming up.
Yep, season 3.
Yeah. And James is basically his handler. I think Paul is like an assassin or something. He's got It's like, what the fuck? That's pretty cool. They were cool as fuck, though.
Man,
Yeah, they were cool.
that was a hilarious dank interview with them, man.
Yeah, so be on the lookout for the Strain next week. We'll be able to see 5 episodes in. You'll be able to see Paul on the Strain.
Yeah, and if Paul is ever single again, I will put some stock into real dolls. Definitely finance them. Yeah,
That's amazing.
Dolls. That was awesome.
Yeah, it was funny because before we went live, like the conversation we were having with them was, man, we were fucking rolling. We were like,
Yeah.
dude, why aren't we recording this already? Like, holy shit, it was so
Yeah, we missed some
funny.
good stuff, but we had good stuff on the cast.
Oh, of course we did.
I love how they came in with dank material ready. Like, you know what I mean? Anyway, so
They were made for this cast.
they were.
They were ready.
And thank you to Kevin from Comic Noobs.
Yeah.
Oh,
Love
course.
our boy Kevin, who hooked us up with their contact info on Twitter and made it happen. So,
Slid on them DMs.
hell yeah. All right.
Shout out to Sucker Punch Productions, run by the two of them. So yeah, check them out.
Hell
You know,
yeah.
quick question. Actually, I was going to ask this for the Ask Bees and BTI question, but would you ever have sex with a real doll? If you had the opportunity? It was fresh, brand new, with somebody else's.
if I was single, yeah, I don't give a fuck. Yeah.
It's basically like a fleshlight with lips and a face, right?
Yeah. Would you hit it?
I mean, I literally I don't see why not. You know what I mean? Wait, so you put your own? Do you put your own lube in there, or do you? What do you do?
I think it. You have to fill it and it lubricates itself.
Oh wow!
So is there like a little fill tank in the
Yeah,
back,
I
and you
believe
get
so.
you push the nipple a certain way, and it just
I don't know. I think you turn it on or something.
I think you know, old man.
Yeah, because someone actually showed it to. Well, there's a guy who married his real doll, so he was like explaining all kinds of shit. But no, I would just stick to the fleshlight because it's easier to conceal.
and clean.
But you gotta
Yeah.
clean that shit, though. It's just like,
Yeah, you got to clean both of them. But
That's
the
the part
fleshlight,
where you- yeah.
fleshlight's easy to clean. You put that in the dishwasher. Done.
You got all kind of.
I would not put it in the dishwasher.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just wash it by itself. Shit.
hands washes.
Yeah, you got to take it apart. Take it apart.
Well, it's funny. There's a YouTube video of a guy who repairs real dolls. Like that's his fucking job description.
That's awesome.
And he was on Touch.0 a few weeks ago, and it was just it was weird because he was cleaning the mouth of the real doll, and it still had lipstick on it, and he was fingering the vag and shit, taking out. Oh, it was fucking gross.
Awesome. All right. I want to dive in. Should we start with Stranger Things?
Yes, God damn it.
Oh, we gonna start with? We gonna go in?
Let's
go to the upside down.
Let's go to the upside.
Did we want to
down.
do shout outs before?
What shout outs you got?
I'm just wondering if we want to give shout outs to new folks or if we're missing anything. Yes
Shout
or
out
no?
everybody who fucking listens.
Actually, I want to do something new where I'm gonna give a shout out to the person who listens the most.
Okay.
Mile
this
High
past-
Blurred?
No, this past week.
Okay.
Because a lot of people, though, what
that's
they do
cool,
is they
yeah.
listen to one episode and they go back and listen to a whole shitload.
Oh, okay.
So it's been pretty awesome. This week, who would it be?
Roll them dice.
Pick it up. This week it is Ray Watts. We do not know you, but thank you for listening to 8 episodes.
God dang.
So
yeah.
yeah, that's a lot of fucking time listening to our goddamn voices. So
Oh, shit.
thank you very much.
Damn, a 2-hour podcast, man. That's all fucking day.
Yeah.
Good job. Shout out
Holy
to
shit.
you. All right.
And he just liked the last one, so that's funny that I just said his name and he just liked something
Yes.
like 33 minutes ago.
There we go.
Awesome.
Man,
All right, let's do it.
we should call that fan of the week.
Yeah.
Yeah, fan of the week segment.
Good,
Yeah, there
good
you go.
segment. I like it. Stranger Things. Gentlemen, we're all finished with this show.
About
Yes.
god dang time.
Yes.
This
Slow
will be
asses.
spoiler filled for those of y'all that don't watch the show.
Exactly. On
watch
Netflix,
the show.
Netflix exclusive. Only 8 episodes.
Yeah.
But jam packed with dankness.
And it's easy to watch too. It's easy to power through because it's about 40 minutes. About
No, it's an hour.
About an hour episode.
Yeah, and this,
Yeah.
basically what the show is, it's based in the 80s, which is great, and it's in the it's supposed to be in the Midwest, Indiana, I believe.
Indiana.
Yeah.
You know what's funny though is that the quarry scene, that's actually in Georgia.
Yeah.
And The Walking Dead's been there, and so has
Oh,
a
yeah.
couple other shows.
Yeah.
Same exact quarry.
Wow.
So, but yeah, it's a great show. It's like a supernatural thriller, based on kids.
A little bit of horror.
Yeah,
A little bit of horror.
yeah. The horror part is it's had me like, I don't want to see that thing's fucking face. But yeah, it was a great show. Like it's a huge throwback, and even Stephen King gave him props. He gave it an A.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to just say that I had no idea Winona Ryder could bring it like this.
Oh, yeah.
I thought she, even though everybody was great, especially the kids who we're going to talk about, but I was surprised knowing Winona Ryder and seeing her in a lot of stuff. She brought it from a performance standpoint as a mom better than I would have ever imagined.
Yeah, she went from a kleptomaniac to acting again. So that was cool to see her acting again.
Well, yeah, it's funny because she's in the reboot of Star Trek. She's in 2009 Star Trek. She plays Spock's mom.
That's right.
Oh, that's true.
But then, like, she's been doing like roles like that where she's in it for like a hot minute. This one, she brought her chops that we saw from like Girl Interrupted and shit, and she killed it. She knocked it out of the park. I really felt for her character. Like, she lost her son. Everyone thought she was crazy, but she still hung in there because she felt her son was alive.
Well, I even love the scenes with her and her, I guess, estranged or ex-husband.
Oh yeah.
And like, I mean, when she was kicking him out, it felt like a Mary J. Blige video.
Yeah. Or be like, tell Becky with the good hair.
It was just great. I mean, fun to see her again, and then her scenes with what was the cop's name? Hopper.
Yeah, I think it was Hopper Cooper or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. The police officer.
Yeah,
He was a sheriff. He was a sheriff, isn't he? Yeah.
He was impressive too.
Yeah, he was.
What was he in before this?
He's in a few things. I don't remember. We'll fact check it real quick.
I didn't like his character in the first few episodes, but man, he really grew on me like toward the end and stuff like that. Like, he was down for like getting his fucking job done.
Yeah, he was, but he was also a flawed character, which I thought was kind of interesting because he was like kind of broken. He's like, he's from the city. He's from the big city.
Yeah.
Something happened. You find out later that his kid had died.
Cancer or something.
Yeah, and then like he ends up moving from the big city, dealing with big city crime, and he comes to this small city. Well, they don't deal with homicides or even missing kids.
Yep.
He's the only one that had the experience of missing children.
Oh, this is where I know him from. He was in the newsroom, but he was also in Suicide Squad.
Oh shit.
It was Dexter Tolliver. I don't know who the fuck that is now.
I don't know.
It's probably like one of the security people or one of the military people that was under.
I think he's one of the generals or whatnot who meets with Amanda.
And then I knew him from The Equalizer as well.
Oh yeah. That
He
was
was
a movie.
that Boston guy, little bitch ass cop.
Yep. But he impressed me quite a bit.
Yeah, he was good. He was good in his role. To me, his role grew on me. Like Blue had said, I didn't like him at first, and then things changed. Like when I thought he gave up, and then when he went to was it Hawkins?
Yeah.
Is that the name of the spot?
That's the name of the town.
Yeah, when he went there and was starting to question things, it really started when he went to the morgue. And he went to the body, and then he started asking questions. They're like, no, you're not supposed, no one is supposed to go near the body, no one's supposed to, touch nothing, closed casket. And he's like, what the fuck? And he went to the body, he saw that something was wrong, he cut it open, and it's all fucking fluff. I was like, oh, that's when things changed for him. That's when I started liking him more.
Yeah, that part tripped me out when he went to the morgue and cut it open and stuff like that. I was like, because it looked like a kid. I was like, okay, maybe the kid is dead. Like, what the fuck's going on? When he popped it open and fluff came out, I was like, okay, some shit's going down here.
Yeah,
I love his struggle because you're supposed to like have a little bit of fear or trepidation or whatever when you got a knife and this is a kid's dead body and he like paused like, do I really want to go here? I fucking got it. You know?
yeah. 'Cause I think he touched it first, doesn't he?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure he felt the rubber.
Yeah, he's like, what the fuck? And then he pulled out, he did a Kronos and snapped out his knife and was like,
yeah, sure did.
cut that thing open like a steak.
Amateur surgeon.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, I did like that feel of the show itself. Like I felt transported watching the show. Like I had talked about before. The intro was like Tron-ish and like old school like horror movies from the 80s with the funky like lettering and stuff. And,
Yeah, like that Sunday night movie that
like late night
that.
stuff. Yeah, and I was like, damn, it really took me back there. And I think the two brothers that did the show paid extreme attention to detail.
Duffer Brothers, I think.
I don't remember the name of the something brothers, but they did an amazing job paying attention to detail.
The thing that really tripped me out was they literally had my parents' couch from like the 80s in there. I swear to God.
Did you all teary eyed when you saw it?
Yeah, I was like, damn, I haven't thought about that couch since 88 or 89.
When I was watching it, I was like, damn, that guy's got a banana seat. And then my daughter was like, what's a banana seat, Daddy? And I was like, what? I was like, that's right, they don't make those anymore.
Yeah.
Well, like, I know when I was watching it, I was like, oh man, I remember my house had that fake ass wooden paneling on the walls, shit like that. And I remember like the nails that would hold it into the wall would fucking like come undone, so the whole fucking paneling would just fall into the ground and shit like that. That show definitely takes me back to the 80s.
Yeah, it did. So
let's get to the kids.
Yeah, so the oldest daughter from what's his name? I can't can't even think of the names. It's been a minute.
Oh, Nancy Wheeler.
Yeah.
Was that her?
Yep, Nancy Wheeler.
So
That's the name of the daughter.
yeah, so she, to me, that whole embodied like that whole 80s type thing where they kept pushing the it girl to people. Like they were pushing and promoting that she was the prim and proper girl, did, good grades, supposed to date the jock and stuff, but then she kind of, later on, they kind of broke that and flipped it up because she wasn't hooking up with the nerd, but she like linked up with them, empathized and then helped him out because she understood his struggle and she felt for him. But, she did give up the nana, also breaking that whole tradition of the good girl type thing, and then she was out there willing to get dirty. Like she crawled in that nasty ass tree that looked like some freaking alien shit, and she had no fucks. She just went in there and just like, oh, I'm in the upside down.
She got stuck in there though.
She sure did. Almost got caught up.
Almost.
Then she fucking sliced her own hand open.
Yeah, she had. Yeah, that's the thing. She flipped that script of that whole frail, like prom queen, smart girl.
She went from like the Denzel in distress to like fucking badass.
Yeah. She was like building weapons and shit too. She was propping the house up.
Pin fucking hammers or nails and fucking bats and shit.
Yeah. So the scene where they were trying to trap this creature, she was there, buying traps, loading fucking ammo and shit. Like she had no fucks. It was great.
Yeah, I really started to like her as the show went on. But at first, I thought it was like some 16 candles. Breakfast.
Exactly. That's exactly my point. Yeah. I felt that push on me, but then you can see her change throughout the show. So it's good.
One of the reasons why I knew the show was going to be great is in the very beginning they were playing D&D. I was like, holy shit! It was like taking me back. That was really cool.
Yeah, they went hard on the nerd element with the D&D of just guys sitting in a room, boys sitting in a room, playing for hours and shit, making up their own rules and names for shit. Sometimes it was fucking awesome.
I like how with the kids, like I could see myself like in that group of kids, and like I was like, man, that reminds me of my friend from back in the day, and this and that. Like they really captured like that essence of our childhood. I felt.
Oh, absolutely. And then even the turtlenecks and corduroys. Yeah, that was exactly from our childhood and shit, man.
Yeah, you brought up a good point though about how they kind of lost time because the very first scene with the kids, the mom's like, "You've been down here for like 8 to 10 hours."
Yeah. And they were like, "What? We have?"
Yeah.
Like, they were.
Dude, it reminds me of playing either board games or the original Nintendo all night long or something like that with your friends. Fucking having a competition and then talking shit and wrestling.
Yeah.
Wait, didn't they have an Atari in the show? Like someone had an Atari 2600.
Will wanted an Atari for Christmas.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I like how they had a fucking tape deck in that shit.
Yeah.
Like the brother was like, "Hey man, here's my hot mixtape right here. Check this shit out."
Mm-hmm. That was fire back then.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and the soundtrack for the show was great too. Like they had
Era correct.
Yep.
Yeah, it was.
All the early 80s stuff, which was awesome.
I love Skeptical Negro.
Yes.
Lucas.
Ever since you said that, I couldn't take that label out of my name out of my mind as I was watching. He was so skeptical the whole time
until like near the end.
Yeah. Because he was like, "Who is this chick?" 11.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Rolling up in here with the crew. You know,
taking on my best friend.
Yeah.
trying to take off her clothes and shit.
Your nose ain't bleeding, girl.
Yeah.
You know?
I really like the kid with no teeth. I can't think of his name.
Yeah. Oh, he had no front teeth?
Yeah,
Dustin. And so in real life, he has that. What he was talking about, he actually has in real life.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Okay.
that bone thing. They eventually did grow in, but yeah, it took a while for his front teeth.
Wow. Okay.
Because he always wanted a prosthetic. Because if you see him in real life and ask for a picture, he'll take a picture with you.
Wow, that's cool. He actually knocked it out of the park to me because for being obviously a boy still, he played that role and he felt like everybody's best friend from that era.
They made him like kind of evolve because like in the beginning he wasn't sort of like the main guy.
Yeah.
And then after everybody else was kind of falling apart, he came like the linchpin of the whole group.
Absolutely.
That was pretty cool. And he's like super smart. So yeah.
Oh yeah, with the compasses and everything.
Yeah.
And I love the relationship between the boys and that teacher, the teacher with the nerd.
The guy with that had the radio in his office, or whatever.
Mr. Clark, I believe.
Yeah. So have you guys ever seen that 80s movie Explorers?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That interaction interaction with the kids and the teacher, that's what that reminded me of. When they were trying to build their little spacecraft thing and trying to get oxygen inside their little ferry wheel thing, that's what every time they met with him, I was reminded of that movie.
Well, and I love him breaking down like science stuff and then mentioning Cosmos.
Yeah.
Which was so
Carl
important
Sagan.
at that time with Carl Sagan. And obviously, it reminded me of being a kid and talking to like my science teacher and shit, just about nerdy ass shit.
I like that one scene where the science teacher is trying to fucking Netflix and chill with the hot Asian chick.
Yeah, exactly.
I was like, oh man, these kids are fucking up his game. he's trying to get it in.
That's
He was ready for it.
It's like the girl's Asian.
Yeah.
Trying to get the pussy.
He's like, hey, can this shit wait till Monday when we back in school? No, you don't want to stun our curiosity, right?
You know, I think what's pretty cool about that is that so me and Stitch, we went to go to the sensory deprivation flotation tank last week, and I thought it was cool that it was actually in the show. Like they showed like the original design, like when she was first in it. Like when they first opened it, I knew exactly what the fuck it was because that John C. Lilly, the guy who invented the float tank, that was his original design. You had to go in there facing up, and you put on like this big ass old school like 40,000 meters under the sea scuba helmet, and then float there. And that's why she had weights in her
vest.
to keep her down.
Yeah.
But then like the newer designs, it's not like you can float, like you lay down and you float.
Oh wow, that's cool.
You know what's really interesting with that part was that it made me think of oh god, I can't think of the name of the movie. It looks like some Houdini shit, basically. Yeah, like that whole tank thing. Yeah,
that's really cool. And then like when they did it in the gym, that's like how you would. It was really big for a float tank, but. That was cool the way they did it. The way they got
the makeshift one.
Yeah, the way they got all the salt. No, because you have to have a shitload of salt.
Yep.
Like, the one I was in, it was much smaller, but it takes 1,000 pounds. Actually, 1,200 pounds of salt, and it's like 10 inches deep and like not that big. So
those are such good scenes.
Yeah.
The other thing I want to mention is I love the settings for the Upside Down.
Oh,
yeah.
I mean, it's creepy as hell. Even though it's simple, like the ash or whatever falling from the top, and the weird alien, crusty, moldy slime kind of stuff. It looked weird.
They had one problem though with the Upside Down is that in the beginning of the show, no electricity seemed to work over there. Yeah. And then for some reason at the end, when they brought over those two flashlights, those worked flawlessly.
That's true.
Like,
well, they did flicker a little bit, and then how did Will was communicating with the lights? So
no, it's wherever he walked.
Was that ever walked?
Yeah.
Because they showed it.
So when his mom put the alphabet on the wall, he was just touching the which word. Yeah, okay.
Because like that one scene when the parents are like walking inside the house in the Upside Down, the lights was following where they were going. Like it just.
Oh, okay, yeah, you're right.
So that's why they thought the monster was coming, but it was the parents, and they're like, oh no, it's
But he
mom.
figured, it was mom. So so there is some horror aspects.
Oh fuck yeah!
Like Cronus was talking about, especially the first time like the mom starts seeing shit, and you see this figure come out of the wall. Yeah. It reminded me of the first Nightmare on Elm Street when Freddy
comes through the wall.
I was not ready for that. I was I literally froze.
They had some great jump scares. Even they weren't jump scares, but there was some scary shit.
Yeah.
Where like it wasn't like an annoying horror movie where it's just like You know, it was just like in the distance there was like no sound.
Yep.
And you saw this like the first like 10 minutes you get to see the creature, and I was like, whoa, the fuck you see that? And like, my daughter and Kim didn't see it, and I was like, I'm rewind the tape. And I was like, I'm not tripping.
Yeah, I think they did. That's a great direction because they gave us a little bit at a time, put it in really dark, shadowy lighting, like low light.
Yeah.
And you don't see it until its entirety, until the very fucking end, which was great.
Perfect timing.
Yeah, because if they oversaturated it, I think it would have lessened the severity of how scary it was.
Oh yeah.
Because every time, like when he was chasing Nancy through the Upside Down, we only saw glimpses of it. Mm-hmm. Like we see form, but you don't see it all the way because everyone kept saying it was like a man with no face.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's what it looked like when you just see flashes of it. And I was like, holy shit.
The only thing that really tripped me out though, and maybe I missed this, so if so, please correct me. It seemed like Barb's parents didn't give a fuck about her.
They did.
Did we even see Barb's parents?
Yeah, we briefly did on the phone.
Yeah,
that's it.
And then it was like, oh, your daughter's gone.
Barb is with Harambe now.
Oh, damn.
She is.
So yeah, I saw something where, like, some article, they're all talking about, maybe they can bring Barb back. I'm like, no.
She showed her.
She was,
yeah, exactly. She was
dead.
like, literally, it was like in Aliens where they cocooned that chick up and she was like frozen and shit. And I was like, no, that chick's gone.
yeah, the creators confirmed that Barb is gone.
Yeah, she should stay gone. Unfortunately, but she had them thighs though.
Well, what tripped me out though was they at first had her car like obviously right on the road.
Yeah.
And then they did the conspiracy shit and moved it to like the bus station. But I was like, that's still not satisfying for her mama, who thinks her baby is either dead or just ran away. Like,
So
Why would you run away without? Why would you take your car to a bus station and then leave? That make no fucking sense.
Yeah, I was like, and then I was like, well, is someone gonna talk to that mama?
Yeah.
Or not?
I just like, I mean, the one person who did care was Nancy. Like, she was like constantly, where's Barb? Like, you got to help me find Barb. Well, let's find Will and Barb. I was like, all right.
Because Nancy chose Dick over Barb. And
she
guilty
did.
about that.
Yeah, she did. She needed him to go inside.
You know, it's kind of jumping back to like the nostalgia of the show. I like the way the bullies were portrayed, like the ones that were picking on the kids.
Yeah.
Like those kids made me think of bullies I had like back in the day. I'm like, just whoop his ass, just, like gang up on those guys. But apparently they were like the strongest in the school and stuff like that. But that one scene where 11 made that one boy piss his pants was fucking classic, dude.
And there's nothing more embarrassing as an elementary or middle school age kid than someone pissing their pants.
Or get your ass whooped by a girl.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit.
But I mean, you will be made fun of for years. Like that's why you pissed your pants in October of when you were in fourth grade and shit.
Yeah.
Be called Mr. Peabody and
That's
shit.
when you just gotta fucking move. or burn the school down.
Change your name
Or change schools. I guess change schools. Let's talk about 11. We haven't talked about 11.
That was
Shit.
fucking great.
That little girl can act her fucking ass off.
She acted so well. She didn't have to talk that much either, but the way that her facial expressions and everything, her mannerisms were great.
Man, I mean, she convinced me, obviously, that she was both scared and powerful, all at the same time, and then compassionate, but kind of not wanting to go back to this scary ass place.
Yeah, she kept saying the bad men.
Yep.
Yeah, she didn't want to go back to them, even though this man who she thought was her father, and she respected and cared about, she turned her back on him.
Fuck that dude.
You know the impression I got from 11, and she makes me think of Firestarter with Drew
Barrymore.
Yeah, because she was young when she did that, and like she had the powers, but she didn't want to really use them. But when she finally like had to, she fucked shit up.
Yep.
I think with Firestarter and 11, as they became more aware, their powers grew.
Yep.
Like they became stronger over time.
Did you see that scene with the vans where she flipped that
Oh,
van?
Oh yeah.
She did
Man.
some Magneto shit.
Yeah.
I love when she killed them dudes like
Oh, in the hallway.
and shit.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, I think that was definitely at her strongest.
Or when she put the creature on the wall, I was like, no, bitch.
Yeah.
I'm fucking.
She's like, I'm the badass in this motherfucker. I'm the head ninja in charge. But I love that one scene. I knew it was going to happen, but where the bullies had that one kid trapped, like at the quarry, and they were going to have him fucking jump, and he goes to jump, and I was like, oh, 11's going to show up now, and then like he just came floating back up and shit. I was like, oh, that's some Back to the Future shit right there. But then she like turned around and broke that fucking kid's arm. He went running, cried to his mom, saying like she fucking beat him up and stuff.
Yeah, that was
Punk ass.
crazy.
Bitch, man. She does know jiu-jitsu though. She actually trains in jiu-jitsu
The
and
actress.
stand-up too. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I mean, I liked 11's character because it felt natural or organic or whatnot. She didn't have a lot of lines, but she did have to convey, like Prodigy said, all these emotions without saying a whole lot. And I think that's kind of hard if you're young. And she did a great job.
Yeah.
You know, when they first introduced 11, I almost thought she was the boy that was missing. Like, it just kind of threw me off. Like, I couldn't, like, they kind of looked similar.
Will.
Yeah, it was Will. But then, like, later on, like, somebody else thought that she could be Will, but it turns out, like, she was an actual different person. But, man, I like the part with 11 where she goes into the grocery store for the fucking Egos, and she's like, she fucking hella abused her power and shit like that. The store clerk came after her, was like, hey, you gotta pay for that. And she like moved the cart in front of him, and then she like slammed the fucking doors in front of the guy.
Yep, calls him a mouth breather.
Mouth breather.
But there's a video on YouTube that show her actually getting her head shaved for the movie, which is pretty cool that she went that route.
Yeah, it's pretty cool that a girl of her age would do something like that, because most people would not. They'd be like, "You want to do what, my no." So, but yeah, that was really cool.
Man, yeah.
They got picked up for season 2.
Oh, I get it.
yeah.
Oh, of course.
So, you know, they went to 15 different networks and studios to make that show, and everybody said no except for Netflix.
No vision.
Yeah,
You know?
Yeah.
It's something different. You know?
Exactly. Well, I know it's an 8-episode, hour-long episodes or whatever, not like a 22 or 24
Or even
episode.
13.
Or 13, but it just works.
Yeah.
You know?
It was just right. Like, it left me satisfied. Like, the way it ended, except for I didn't kind of like how Nancy ended up back with the jerky
the jock
guy.
dude.
But he put that dick down, though.
But he did.
did.
But he got his ass whooped, though.
Yeah.
He got fucked up.
He did get his ass whooped. But
Wait, oh, wait, no, I'm thinking of something else.
what was I going to say? Yeah, I had a little bit of issue with the end, but I was like, well, hopefully they get season 2 and we get more explanation, because it leaves you with questions.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, with Will in the bathroom at the end.
Yeah, Will in the bathroom, and also the sheriff leaving
upset.
Eggos in the fucking forest. Like, is that for 11?
Yep,
Is that
exactly.
for some new kid that went missing that they knew about? Also, we had that backstory of the woman who had her missing kid, and so I guess we're
true.
to assume that Jane, which was this woman's daughter, was actually 11, who was taken by Hawkins and was experimented on, because they told her kid died.
Yep.
We take it by Hawkins. What do you mean?
Hawkins' lab.
Hawkins Labs, or yeah, they were taken by the lab. That's where the sheriff and Winona Ryder's character went to go talk to this woman who had been depressed for the amount of time that it took
Well, she was-
11 to be that age.
She was catatonic.
She was, but everything lined up. That's what led them to her about her missing kid. They were wondering who this kid was, trying to investigate, and they find out, well, this woman was taken care of by this company, and then they tell her kid dies. Well, there's this little girl who happens to be the age of her kid would have been. Is this her kid?
Yeah.
Did they experiment on her and give her powers?
Well, that's what everybody assumed.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
Everybody assumes it.
And it was like, well, like you don't get the exact like theory of what they're doing, but you get the gist that they're trying to do some Cold War type shit, like trying to get information from the Russians, and then they uncover something they didn't understand, but then they kept rolling with it.
Yeah.
Just like every other like 80s movie, they're like fucking with, like what was it? Someone said, I think, Altered States, some shit like that.
That was actually about the flotation tank.
Yeah, but then it took you to this next plane though. That's,
Yeah.
it's kinda-
That's where I go when I float. I trip my fucking balls. I'm serious. No drugs needed. I'm just fucking tripping.
There
That's
you go.
awesome.
I even got the feeling of E.T. though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In terms of the alien stuff and the government or whatever wanting to get that kid or alien
Kids
back.
riding away from their
Yeah,
bike from
like
the
that scene
government.
where they're all riding together. I was like,
Yeah.
watch it go fly. Like, fuck flying. Just blow up that goddamn van.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that was so good.
I like that meme that had 11 with the wig on. Like, these fucking 11-year-old boys somehow took a fucking wig and blew it out, made it all fancy looking on her and shit like that. Shit was funny.
All right, so what we giving it, gentlemen?
I'm giving it a solid 10.
I give it a fucking 10 too.
I'm gonna go 9.5 out of 10.
Yeah, I got to give it a 10.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, because it was so good. Like, when I first started watching, it was late at night, and I couldn't stop.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, fuck, I got to keep watching.
I slammed through 6 episodes yesterday.
yeah.
So that would make this show our highest rated anything.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, exactly.
It was so good.
We got one more review to get in terms of Stitches, but we'll get that
I'm
next
pretty
week.
sure Stitch is going to rate it pretty fucking high.
I haven't heard of anybody that said that it was bad.
It's impossible to
Yeah.
hate it. It's impossible.
Yeah, it's pretty hard, but it was
I wonder
so
what it is
good.
on IMDb. What's the
Yeah, that's good. Let's look at
9.1.
9.1.
That's
There you
fucking
go.
high as shit.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
I wonder if that's a high. No, I was gonna.
No, there's a little stuff high, but that's very high up.
Popularity is number one.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, if this is one of those like water cooler shows, like everyone I know was fucking talking about this shit. I go to work, everyone's like, dude, I'm like this, how many episodes in? I'm this far, what happened? Everyone's like, hashtag what happened to Will? I was like, holy
Well,
shit.
the thing that I loved was it had no advertisement.
Yes.
It was all
Yeah, none.
fucking word of mouth. We were at San Diego Comic-Con, and we kept hearing, or at least I kept hearing, "Oh, have you seen Stranger Things? What
Yeah,
the fuck are you doing with your life?" And I was
Yeah, I had heard about it before. Like, my cousin Enix, he was like, have you seen Stranger Things? And this is like 2 months ago. I'm like, no. He's like, dude, stop whatever you're fucking watching and you watch Stranger Things. I'm like, nah, I'll get to it. No. Go home right now and watch it. I waited a couple weeks and I was like, first episode, I was hooked. I was like, damn, I gotta keep
2 months
watching
ago? I
it.
thought it came out like...
No, it's been,
I think it had to be July. At
yeah, I
least.
believe like, well,
Maybe early July. I don't know.
came out a little bit ago because I thought when we talked about it, it had to have been like, it was right before Comic-Con, so I want to say early July. So we're practically September. So
I was just thinking of the one scene where Will, not Will, but Nancy and the younger brother are like at the table, and like they're like not capping each other, but like they're trying to kind of dime each other out, but not really. He's like, "Oh, I heard you were studying the human anatomy last night. Like, what really was going on?" Just like that. That shit was some classic ass shit.
yeah,
Dude.
that was.
Came out on July 15th.
Oh wow.
nice.
Okay.
So about a month ago, a little more than a month.
Good shit. All right, so we love it. If you haven't seen
Definitely love it.
you need to see it. So, should we switch gears to another extremely dank television program that we're all caught up on now?
Might as well.
Yeah.
Mr. Motherfucking Robot.
Holy shit.
Yeah, season 2 has been fucking amazing.
Set it up, man. Set it
To
up.
say the least. I finally caught up with it. Obviously it starts off where season 1 dropped off, where they basically fucked the United States, like all the
world.
financial
They fucked the word.
Fuck the financial
yeah. And so
world.
there's been fallout because of that. I mean, people can't even get money anymore. I think they had like an allowance of $50 a day or some shit like that you could take out, and that was it. And then like what Elliot was doing, basically Elliot, he had a like a routine that he was doing every day, and he wasn't using computers. And then I'm not going to spoil that part for you because it's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
There's a reason why it's like that.
Fucking twist.
Yeah, and then there was a whole bunch of other dank ass shit about like when he got jumped and went to like this whole different like 80s fucking theme. It was like,
It's like,
I was like, holy
It's like
shit.
Full House, dude.
Yeah,
It was
they
Full House.
straight Full House. They had the laugh track and like the font and shit.
The lighting on that dank ass episode from two episodes
2
ago.
weeks ago.
Yeah. With 80s / early 90s USA commercials.
Oh
Yep.
yeah, they did that shit too. It was fucking great, and they had Alf on there.
Yeah, they even if you're watching it in HD, they actually changed the format to be like the 420p.
480.
Yeah, or 480.
No,
Yeah.
it's 4x3 though.
Is it 4? Yeah. They like you can change. You can see the aspect ratio change. I'm like, what's wrong with this fucking thing? I'm like, oh wait, this is like the old fucking format.
Yep.
Like before HD.
I like how they changed the intro too for Mr. Robot 2 for that.
Yeah.
It was basically like it showed like the cast name and not their character's name, but they showed like whoever the actors are.
Yeah.
They did like old school fucking Full House with it. And
Yeah,
that
they
shit's
sure
hilarious.
did. And then fucking Alf. Alf shows up on the fucking
out of nowhere.
shit. Out of no fucking where.
And they didn't set it up for shit. Like, they
Nope.
just started the episode.
Yeah.
Here's this dank ass shit.
Because in the last episode, it was him getting his ass whooped.
Yeah.
And then the next episode was like them in the 80s.
Yep. And you're like, what the fuck is going on? Am I on the right channel? Am I
Yeah.
watching the right show?
But it was
what, though.
fucking good though.
That Tyrell Wellick's fucking wife. God damn, she's bad,
She
man.
is bad though.
Yeah, what's her name?
I can't
I don't even
remember.
know, but she's bad.
I think I'm still pretty sure that Tyrell is one of Elliot's personalities.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
so.
see, I disagree with that because there's 2 reasons why. One, the first season of Mr. Robot, Elliot goes and meets the wife, and they have like a little like tiff between them because Elliot is looking.
She could know.
Yep.
Yeah, but
Still
they
could
they
be.
got into like almost an argument. And
Well, I
then-
mean, because the difference between those two is that Elliot always had on that black sweater with a hoodie. She probably knew that her husband was Elliot at this point in time.
yeah,
So
but
she didn't fuck with
he
him.
came over looking for Tyrell.
Joanna. Yeah.
Yeah, and then on top of that, the next episode.
That white dress, though.
No, and this season, she gets a phone call from someone, and it's like whoever is on the phone, you can hear emergency vehicles. Now, I assumed that it was Tyrell, but if it was Tyrell, and if Tyrell is Elliot, then he wouldn't have been able to make that call
Could
because of
still
where he is.
be him. Look
From where-
the way that Fight Club did it. You were convinced up until like the moment when they
True,
said
but
the name.
based on where we know, I don't want to spoil too much, but based on where we know Elliot is, he would not have been able to make that phone call from on the corner where she
well,
was.
you don't know if that was him or not. You were just
We don't.
assuming.
Yeah, I don't. But that's why I say said if that was him, and if he is Tyrell, then that would not.
Well,
that
it would make sense how he disappeared when Ellie disappeared.
I got that part, so I understand that does make sense. But we do find out in the 90s/episode that Elliot did shoot Tyrell.
No,
maybe.
No, his dad shot him, as in like he killed him in his head.
But yeah, because like in the first episode or two, Mr. Robot shoots Elliot in the head.
He does,
and he fucking like falls and he's like pretend like he's dead, but he gets back up.
But they don't say that Tyrell's dead. They just said that he shot him.
Yeah, that's all they do. They do say he only shot him.
So
this is
the possibility is still there. However, I still think that Tyrell and Elliot.
He was in the trunk.
He was in the trunk.
Yeah. This is one of those shows where now everybody's going to have great theories, and it's very plausible that Tyrell is in Elliot's head. All I know is I want to fuck that FBI agent.
Double clicking her mouse. So we didn't talk about how she went and was investigating the Dark Army.
Her name is Grace Gummer.
Yeah, I like her.
And I've seen her before on some other shit.
I like the fact when she came up to Angela and was just like, so what the fuck was your ass doing on a restricted floor?
Yeah.
Oh, you're on the phone? I'll wait.
Yeah, I'll wait.
Oh yeah, she was in the newsroom too.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, that's where I knew her from. And then also, she was in American Horror Story.
Oh shit, yes, right, she was. Yes, I forgot about that.
She's who?
Penny.
Nice.
It's crazy because like I like how her character, that one scene when they go to that one freaker's guy's house, the black guy who was murdered or shot in the head, how like she was fucking pissed off that they were contaminating that fucking crime scene.
Yeah.
She was so fucking mad. She's like, look, you should wear a mask or get some fucking medicines or shit like that because right now you're contaminating everything and all your fucking crew. Like you're fucking up the whole department. Like, dude, get on point. Like, what the fuck? But then she also figured out where the fuck F Society came from.
Yeah, she was the only one, and she was the only one who followed the crumbs. Everyone else was running around the city like doing other shit, and she was like,
that fucking scene where everybody got shot. I was like, holy
yeah,
shit. I was not expecting that. She was just like, just conversating up, and all of a sudden,
yeah.
Damn.
She's like, I just want some coffee and some donuts and.
Well, then when the guy shot himself in the head, I was like, what? Because I thought that was it for her.
I
thought she was getting killed.
Or even like after that dude killed herself, there was like another gunman. He was like shooting at her, and like I thought she was fucking dead too. But yeah, he killed himself.
And she's like questioning why. She's like she's putting the pieces together, and she's like, something's not right. These dudes off themselves. The guy had me dead to rights, and he killed himself.
Smart, sexy lady who likes to masturbate.
Sure does. Cyber sex masturbate.
Yeah, exactly. You can't beat that, man. She's fucking awesome.
She was frustrated too, man. She was like, fuck.
Yeah.
I couldn't get there.
When you can't bust.
Yeah, but what about Darlene though?
I like
She likes it in the bathroom, on the sink, on the toilet. She dirty.
Dirty as fuck.
She seems like she would smell bad.
Yeah, she don't shave or wash or snatch, but that's okay.
You're still going deep in.
See that one scene where Elliot's mom, back in the 80 flashback, whatever, when Elliot's mom fucking punched her?
Yes.
Yeah.
She's like, oh my god, I dreamt that mom punched me, and punch her again.
But she also put out her cigarette on her arm.
Yeah. Well, the mom was the biggest trip to me because in all of this season, she fucking didn't say shit.
Nope.
While Elliot was at her supposed house, and it kept bothering me. Like, even if the mom is in a comatose kind of state or whatever,
no one interacts with her.
Why doesn't anybody interact with her?
Yes.
So anyway,
but you know what's crazy? Like at the end, at the one scene, the woman who kind of takes Elliot to his room, that was his mom.
Yeah.
I was like, holy shit. So it's actually making me think that what's the black dude's name?
Craig Robinson?
The one with the fro?
Yeah,
the dog?
Craig Robinson. I forget his name.
It's making me wonder if he might be part of like that area. Like if she was the person that put him in the room, he's the one that runs the facility. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But I get out a spoiler. But I'm trying to.
Well,
Craig Robinson is actually, like, first of all, very likable initially.
Yeah.
And then the scariest motherfucker on the planet.
Oh,
sure
yeah.
was.
I was like,
damn.
holy shit.
You don't fucking look at them files.
Yeah. He said, don't look where you don't need to look.
Motherfucker.
But like right when Elliot, when he looked at the files and shit like that, I'm like, oh fuck, this is like episode 1 with the guy that had the coffee shop with the high fucking bandwidth that had the fucking child porn and shit like that.
It's just a great show.
Holy shit. So the guy that plays Leon, who was a goddamn ninja, I was like, holy shit. His name is literally Joey Badass.
Are you kidding me?
That's his actor name.
Dude, I'm gonna try to get him on the show. That
we
guy,
gotta get up here.
I love the fact that he's this young black dude talking about Seinfeld is a trip.
Fucking
I don't understand this show.
But that one scene in the fucking alleyway.
Whoa, wait,
he came in like
wait.
a goddamn ninja.
Are we going into that episode? Because we talked about the 90s episode. Are we shifting? Because there's a lot of shit that went down.
It's up to y'all.
A lot of fucking shit we can talk
Do we
about.
want to save it for Stitch or we want to keep going?
What y'all say?
We can say something for Stitch, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll save it.
Well,
It's a great episode, though.
Yeah, that fucking scene. Well, I mean, we kind of touched on it with the whole like
little bit,
not dark. I guess the dark web where
No,
Elliot
that was
kind of
before
peeked
then.
into there.
That's before he got his ass kicked. And that was before the 90s episode. Because in the 90s episode, every time he looked into a mirror, he's watching himself get his ass kicked.
That's true.
Yeah, or when he was looking at Darlene playing the old
Game Boy.
Game Boy and shit like that. Like, oh, what you watching?
I was like, oh shit, we're gonna see Tetris. I'm like, oh nope, he's getting his ass fucking beat.
But what's crazy too is that when he was in that alleyway getting his ass beat, that Mr. Robot stepped in. Every time the guy threw a punch, he turned into Mr. Robot.
And it was a quick flash
because
you can tell, you can see a hat.
Yeah,
like
you
where'd
see
the
a
hat
hat.
come from? I was like, oh shit.
It's a brilliantly laid out show. So yeah, we're gonna keep watching.
So it is on tonight because we are casting on Wednesday. So the episode airs tonight.
It's
I'm gonna watch it
on right now. Oh, no, it comes on at 10, right?
It comes on at like 10
Okay,
because like the first episode they had, I don't know how they got away with saying fuck. Like they said fuck a few times.
Right.
And they started editing it more now. Though.
Yeah,
because I was watching with the subtitles.
characters still say it, but
I was watching with the subtitles and I was like, oh shit, they're actually saying fuck on this.
Yeah.
But then like later on it was like bleeped out, or they would say like the
just
F
cut
part.
the air. Yeah, because like the dude, what's his name, Joey Badass, he was talking about Seinfeld, and like Elliot's like narrating, and he's all, I think this show has him fucked up, and then literally he's all, this show's got me fucked up.
Yep.
I'm like, wait, he actually said this show has me fucked up. There was no bleep or like disappearance of sound. He actually said that
It's
shit.
gonna pay them FCC fines.
Yeah,
Well,
so
it's a cable network.
it is,
you know?
and it's after 10.
Yeah,
so who
true.
knows? But they only
Joey
did
Bada.
they only did it once. So now when they say like when in the 90s episode, Elliot tries to cuss, and every time it starts beeping.
Yeah, yeah.
So
yeah.
the laugh track starts getting louder and louder because people are laughing. That
fucking great,
He's swelling. But does nobody watches the after show? Whatever.
I don't watch. I mean, we talked about it a little bit. That
Yeah.
you know, that's a lot of television.
It is. But
Probably for the finale, I will.
yeah, that's a good point. Or if they have a mid-season, because there's only 13 episodes per season.
Yeah.
So I think it's worth it.
So fucking dang.
All right. Yeah, Mr. Robot.
I was
Switch
trying.
gears?
I had a big. Damn, there's something I was fucking thinking of. I just totally slipped my mind about the show. Oh shit, that one scene. So in like episode 1 or 2, like there's a chick with a fucking state-of-the-art fucking house with goddamn pool and shit in New York. So you know it's got to have fucking money, and everything's like fucking wired, like everything's connected and stuff like that. And this chick is like inside of her house, and like her fucking projectors start coming down, start showing the news and stuff like that. And then like her music start getting loud, and the AC got really fucking cold or really hot, or when she was swimming in the pool. So basically, her fucking house got fucking hacked, which is fucking great. It's like a real like true to the fucking story of like how you can't really just fucking trust technology like that.
Yeah.
But like the woman like leaves her fucking house. She's like, I can't do this. You guys gotta come and fix this shit. The moment she leaves her house, fucking Darlene fucking walks up, unlocks the door, and now it's fucking the S Society's fucking home base.
Yep, sure is. It's funny because she is the head of their legal department or some shit at E Corp. She's because she's their lawyer. She's in the next scene. They're talking about the demands for F Society and about how they're demanding money.
The fucking $5 million.
Yeah, then they command them to burn the money. So she's in that scene. That actress is actually on House of Cards, which I've been watching. It's a good show.
She's a bad little thing.
Yeah.
You know what?
Right.
Fuck.
Let's-
I like how the blonde chick has been kind of like
Angela?
Yeah,
she's
I
been
love
kind of getting into the.
She's been
scene.
out of it.
But she's been doing like those affirmations though. She's like going a little crazy.
She's like lost it, and I was just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, well, I mean, that's got to be fucking stressful as fuck. The FBI is on your ass, and you doing dirt.
It wasn't just that, because she was trying to do the lawsuit, and then she ends up working for the company that she hates, thinking that she can use her position as leverage, but it's not really working out the way
when she was in that meeting, like, hey, I can type up those notes if you give me access. I was like, bitch, you ain't slick at all.
On the first fucking meeting.
You can't try to swim in the butt.
Rub the elbows first.
Yeah, exactly. Like, as soon as she talks, she ends the meeting. And he's all, enjoy the food. He's all, I only put you here because someone told me to. Go fuck
He
you.
said I can do what the fuck I want with you. I was like, is he gonna fuck her? Like every scene with her and like the CEO guy, I'm always like, dude's gonna try to fuck it, like smash that shit
Every time.
He was like, you want to come to my birthday party? I was like, you old ass fucking.
And she flat out says no, and he's all, oh, maybe next year. And I thought he was gonna like try to take it from her.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, he just gets up and walks away. And then
maybe next year.
And he doesn't fire her or anything. So it's like, but we know from early on that she is part of their plan with the Dark Army.
Yeah.
Because the BD Wong's character calls and asks about her specifically and how she fits into everything. So we as viewers don't know their whole plan, but she's part of their thing.
We know the Dark Army is behind it too because like they work with Elliot for like setting all this shit up. So like,
yeah, they're behind. I mean, they're behind that whole economic crash. If it wasn't for them, F Society wouldn't have been able to get it done.
No.
And then it's like they're being investigated by the FBI, but they're also being circumvented because they're working with E Corp as well. So I'm trying to see what their end game is exactly. What was their whole purpose? But I think we're gonna probably get closer to that, like towards the end of this season or season 3 maybe.
All right,
yeah,
we gotta switch gears. We've been talking about this for way too long.
Yeah.
Wait, one more thing. We gotta throw one more thing out there.
God damn,
I like the psychological aspect of the show too. Like the one scene where Elliot's playing against Mr. Robot in a game of chess.
All right.
And they had fucking 4 stalemates, like back to back and that. But also that one scene where Elliot is taking all the Adderall or whatever.
Yeah.
And he's super fucking high and he's like having like skipping down the streets and shit like that, and they have like the ghost images of him like walking like every day or whatever.
Yeah.
But then like the scene where he fucking stops.
You said one more thing.
No, this is the same fucking thing. The part where he starts talking to the fucking camera again.
Yeah.
That shit always throws me off because he's like, hey, do you really believe what's really going on? Like, I don't believe it either. You know what's really going on? I'm like, yeah, dude, you're fucking high as fuck. That's why he's so goddamn happy.
All right, good shit.
All right, can we start talking about it now?
Go ahead.
All right.
It's a great show. Watch it. USA.
What's this thing about no homework for the kids?
Oh yeah, so I can't remember what state it was, but there was a teacher who had sent a letter with the parents letting them know that like she isn't going to be giving the kids any homework assignments at all, and that she wants that time to be spent with having dinner at the table, spending time with your kids, maybe like playing games or whatever with them. And I wanted to ask, like, what do you guys think about that?
So this is the weird thing about that whole thing. So school, we have this. The way that we model our schools is actually after like a Russian system back in the day. It's to build workers. All right, and it's a weird. I don't agree with this current school system. It's fucking retarded. It failed me miserably, and I don't really see the point of having homework. Going back to what I was just saying a minute ago, is that if we're going to set up a system that's to make workers, when you go home, you go home. You don't go home and then work some more, and that's what you're training kids to do. Like when you're giving them homework. Like I understand giving them a little bit to like work at home, but a lot of these kids are getting fucking crushed by homework.
Yes.
So basically, you're working for pretty much 12 hours a day on some bullshit, trying to learn, and a lot of it is, first of all, it's usually way too hard, and it's just too fucking much. And I don't think young kids need to be crushed by homework.
So going to the news article, it was a second grade teacher in Texas who sent a letter to a parent, and the parent posted up on Facebook, and it went viral basically. And basically she said like, yeah, the kids won't have any homework this entire school year, and like there's no scientific study that shows that homework improves a kid's mental capacity or ability, whatever not, and that actually not having homework actually is better for the kids because they have time to like, I guess, process what they took in for that day.
Yeah.
So I guess it really depends, I think, on the subject. Like, what subject does this teacher teach?
It's second grade, every subject.
Yeah, so it's everything. Yeah, so I guess at that age, if they're really that young, I can see that. But like, as you get older, like, especially with mathematics, I think with math, you need to practice.
Not just practice. You can just have practice time at school, though.
You could, but I mean, I think it helps if you practice at least an hour or two at home, especially if you're doing
this is the key part, though, is that if you're doing practice at school with a teacher there, you can ask them for fucking help other than asking your parents to have to like refresh this old ass knowledge, or if they're in Common Core, the lack of knowledge, because it's fucking ridiculous. I think it's better to have a professional there on site to help you if you need help.
Yeah, I think that works too, but I know, so on the college level, I can speak on this, like, we've had teachers that are like, well, there's homework assignments, but it's optional, but if you do this will help you on the test. Well, and you can go to school and not do the homework, and then you can end up failing miserably because you don't know the material. Like, they talk about the material, but they don't actually go through some of the exercises, and that's what you're supposed to do on your own.
All right, but let's not blow this out of proportion. This is one fucking teacher.
There's one fucking teacher.
Well, there's actually other schools that actually are doing this where they're not assigning homework to kids.
Okay.
And the kids are doing really well in school.
Still seems like, at least, not saying I agree or disagree or whatever, but I'm just saying it's definitely the minority, the small minority that would be doing that.
Well, if you think of it like this, like
the results work fine.
If you're like we're all adults now, right? And we're not going home with fucking like work that we have to do most of the time.
When I sign off, I might as well be a goddamn ghost.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
I'm not way too. When work is over, work is over. I'm not. I mean, I might think of work, but like, yeah, I'm not fucking.
Yeah, see, I know.
Unless I'm getting paid for it.
Yeah, I know people who take their work home and still kind of.
And they're miserable,
This
right?
is the reason why. Because we teach them in school to just keep working. It's like, no, enjoy your goddamn life after you're off work.
Yeah, so as far as them being in second grade, I don't see too big of an issue with this, but I think as they get older, they should have at least a little bit of stuff to practice with. But right now, the second grade thing, I don't see a big issue.
All right.
I think that homework shouldn't be in schools. In my honest opinion. I mean, yeah, like you can go home and study or maybe fucking read a book, but that's your time to fucking like chill and unfucking whine. Like you don't want to be stressing over fucking school all fucking day.
Yeah. All right. So I guess we can switch gears a little bit to gaming.
Oh, I was about to say, damn.
What you got on gaming?
Talk about somebody.
Any of you guys play Titanfall 2?
Oh, fuck. Oh, well, I did at San Diego Comic-Con.
How'd you like it?
I liked it, but like I said before, it is a little slower than the first one, but there's a lot more fucking options before, because each Titan is actually spec'd out different than one another.
And that fucking grappling hook, that shit was pretty.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to do that.
So you're on the demo, right?
It's a technical test.
Okay.
Yeah. Which it's a fucking demo, but yeah, I've only got to play it twice.
Oh yeah,
because I was just busy, but that shit was dope.
I liked it a lot.
I was very impressed.
So this
a
is
lot
like
more I could
5-on-5, or tell me
So
about
I
it.
played 5-on-5 plus AI.
Okay.
Okay,
So
yeah,
it was a lot of fun.
sounds like because I think the original is 6-on-6 depending on the mode, and then plus AI.
But hold on, let me ask some questions though. So, big map, I'm assuming, right?
It was a decent size. It wasn't huge, but
But so if you're in the mech doesn't fly though, right?
no.
Okay, all right.
But the mech shit, I mean, it fucks shit up. But when you're just by yourself, it's awesome because
Yeah.
you feel like you can take down. I took down a couple mechs by myself.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, I think the best thing is rodeo. Did you rodeo Titan?
Oh, a whole bunch of them. I used
Yeah.
grappling hook though.
So fucking
that's the
dope.
thing. Like when you have the grappling hook, it's like you take the back of one of those goddamn things, and it's almost unfair. But now you can't. You have to do it a couple times though on this one. So I had to do it like for each Titan, maybe like 3 or 4 times on the back to get it like completely destroyed.
Really?
Yeah,
That's interesting.
So in terms of the weapons on the mech versus like being a normal human walking around, how did you like that transition? 'Cause it's not the same weapons,
It's
of
fucking.
course.
You just
Yeah.
fuck shit up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so when you're a pilot, as they say, a human, you have to have like a mech weapon. So it's a specific weapon to take down a mech or to bring down their shields and then do armor damage.
They all have them.
Yeah, so and you can pick which one you want because they do like you can have a repeater or like a beam one. I think there's mines. I think there's a couple of new ones that I didn't see. But in the first Titanfall and then the one I played in San Diego, if I rodeoed a mech, I could almost bring it down like in one sitting. I think it depends on your weapon too.
No, well, the way I was doing it, I was tossing grenades in. So first I had to get the port open, then I had to pull something out the next time, then I had to toss 2 grenades.
Oh
in.
yeah,
So,
see, I used I did the one where I used my primary weapon and just shoot vital systems, and you can see their like health go or the armor go down. But they have like in the first one they have like a mist or a smoke that does damage to a pilot if they're on top because it warns you that someone's on. You just do a smoke and it does damage to the pilot, which could eventually kill them once you level it up. So that worked out pretty dope.
Just the videos look awesome.
The first one is fucking fun. I still play the game.
But it's online only. That's the only problem that I had was online only, and it was only for the Xbox One, which I have now, but I'm not going to go back and buy it.
Yeah,
Tell me
I
this
mean,
though, did they release a lot of DLC for that first one?
yeah, they released 3 different packs, which was super.
Not
packed
just
with
skin shit.
There's new maps and new modes because in the first vanilla version of the game, you couldn't couldn't do. They have like a pilot versus pilot. So basically 8-on-8 with just pilots, no mechs, no AI. It's just like standard deathmatch.
Yeah.
So they added that later. They added like a horde mode.
Oh, okay.
So like it's you and like 5 people versus like rogue mechs, and you have to hold the point.
I love
which
that.
was fucking dope. I was like, holy shit. So like they can do damage to this like area that you have to hold. If they blow it up, you lose, and if you have to survive like I think it's 10 or 15 waves, and then you can unlock a bunch of shit. It was pretty fucking dope. I was shocked. That came in the last like map pack. There's I think there's 3 big maps. Each one there's just shit like the vanilla version 15 maps.
Yeah.
And then the second one they added like 5 maps more, and then each one came with new modes. It had a ton of shit. They added like more mechanics to the game, so it was great.
Shut up and take my money.
So yeah, I'm actually really excited for everyone to try Titanfall 2. I haven't decided what system I'm getting on, but I'm definitely fucking getting it.
You know what I'd like to see come back is that one arcade game, Virtual On.
Yeah, I love that game.
Oh
game was a-
shit!
Look at that game.
Holy
I
shit!
fucking love that goddamn
That's
game.
super. Can't you get it on Steam?
I don't know.
No, I need the fucking cabinet. If I after we're done getting this fucking baby, I might look into getting one because I used to love playing that fucking thing.
So if you get a cabinet, are you gonna get the one that has like 1,000 games, or are you gonna try to?
No.
Just a virtual one because it's a sit-down
Oh,
cabinet where
okay.
you have like 2 controllers.
Oh wow!
Yeah, man, that
Yeah.
game. Shit, I remember going to Great America and just spending like $20 just playing that fucking game.
Yeah, you should invest in the pod, Cronus. The ones where you can do the 2 games, the Star Wars game and the fucking 1942 game or whatever the fuck. It's at Dave and Buster's. It's actually pretty
That
fucking
shit's
dope.
hell of expensive, man. I'm trying.
Hey,
What the
I
fuck?
thought you got white folks money. God
White folks be poor too, though. See how that works?
dang.
Real quick in gaming, a big anniversary happened. What was it? 2 days ago.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Super Nintendo turned 25 fucking years old.
God
Damn.
I
damn.
remember when it first came out, I was fucking amazed.
Yeah, man.
Like
the
a
graphics.
Super Mario World or whatever.
Oh, Super Mario World. Super
was
Mario Bros.
still-
3, right? No, that was
Super Mario
yeah,
World.
Super Mario World. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I remember that game being huge. I remember when it came out, I was still rocking the NES.
Yeah.
Everybody was.
Everybody
was, yeah.
How much it cost when it came out?
No, like by the time it came through its like 3rd wave of games, it was still in the NES.
Oh, wow. Yeah. It had some great
I was
games.
bored.
Great titles. 25 years, though. That's a fucking trip.
There's a lot of classic games on that shit.
Yeah, so.
Games that people
I'm looking
stole.
up.
Did you hear that Toe Jam and Earl is coming out next year?
Yes. I love that game,
Yeah, it's a
man.
great game.
So is it still by Sega, or did Sega sell it, or who
I have
knows?
no idea, but it's coming out next year. It looked like Toe Jam and Earl except for new graphics. So I was like, all right.
I'd fuck with that, man.
So Blue.
So wait, looking at the specs for the not for the PlayStation, for the Super Nintendo, it had a 3.5 megahertz processor.
Yeah, megahertz.
Damn.
Yeah, dude, that my cell phone is way more powerful than that shit right
And it
there.
still played Street Fighter 2.
It sure
Yes,
did.
it did. I remember everything that came out was always super, like Super Star Wars, Super Empire Strikes Back,
Yep.
Super Return of the Jedi.
I remember they had an adapter for the Game Boy where you can play Game Boy games on the Super.
I didn't have that.
Yep, I remember that.
Good.
I remember
Star
a
Fox.
friend of mine had the Super Famicom.
Roll.
That's just a Super Nintendo.
Yeah, it was just Super Nintendo, but he played his games on a floppy disk.
What the fuck?
So yeah, he had like
Famicom?
Yes, he
Oh,
had
that's like the original.
Yeah, he bought his imported from Japan. He had like a floppy disk reader, and it had like a bunch of games. It was fucking
It
crazy.
was like fucking hipster before they were cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly, man.
Like buy this old piece of shit technology and play games on it.
Yeah.
Holy shit. All right, so what else happened with you 3 are playing No Man's Sky still?
Okay, yeah. We can talk about this. I wanted to hear about Batman. But
It's polarizing. Well, let's
Wait,
just get into this.
yeah, we'll get into this.
So I looked up the price. The original price for the Super Nintendo was $199 when it came out.
Back then, that was a lot of
That
money.
was a lot of money back then.
The original Nintendo was $249.
Yeah, that was
Damn.
more expensive.
Yeah, holy shit,
God
dude.
dang.
84,
You
85.
gotta remember, Nintendo, they first made trading cards.
Yeah.
Well, not trading cards, sorry, like actual playing cards.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
didn't they
for-
make toys too?
No, the first things they made were playing cards. And so for them to go from like playing cards to making actual consoles, it's a huge leap, and you gotta make a lot of funds for that. So
Well, remember too, though, that NES was so much more powerful than the Ataris
Oh, yeah.
and all the other stuff you had seen. Like, picture the 2600, and then picture all the games on the NES, and you're
Yeah.
like, "Holy shit, this is a giant leap forward."
It was a
I'm
giant
looking at the prices of video games or consoles when they came out.
Adjusted?
Dreamcast was $199 when it came out.
Yeah, I remember
which is
that.
fucking great. That thing was beyond its fucking time.
It
It's one of
was.
my favorite consoles of all time.
But it
Yeah.
it didn't have the support.
It didn't. It has first.
Well, no, the problem was that it came out in between generations. It came out right before, like between the PlayStation and the Xbox and the 360. Well, not 360, but was it 360?
No, it's the.
right before
It's just the Xbox.
Yeah,
Original
right before the
Xbox.
Xbox came out. So it was like in between generations, so it just kind of got killed.
Didn't
Yeah,
it
but
have the first online?
Yes, it did.
It did.
It ran
It
on
had
fucking Windows.
fucking
It had
download.
fucking great ass. It had Street Fighter 3, I think Second Strike,
And you can play with different
Power
characters, too.
Stone.
Yeah, Power Stone was the
great.
shit.
Power Stone's just
Dream.
fucking shit.
Didn't it have some Tomb Raiders on there?
No, but
maybe I'm tripping.
I know it
Yeah,
had.
Sonic Adventure.
It had one particular Resident Evil. I think it had Code Veronica X,
Yeah.
I think, or Code
Or
Veronica.
Zero.
It's one of those two. No, Zero's on the queue.
All right, let's get to current games, motherfucker.
But one more thing. So, the Atari 2600 was $199 when it came out,
Oh wow, that is
Damn.
pricey, man.
and the 5200 was $269.
Ah, dang.
No Man's Sky.
Finish.
Yeah, No Man's Sky. So super polarizing. All three of you guys are playing it. What are you saying now?
They need They need to make some improvements.
Okay.
And my suggestions are they need to make it so you can have bases both on land and in fucking space. They need to make it so you can get machines that mine resources for you.
Yeah.
They need to make it so that they need to actually have it online, like we need to be able
Yeah.
to see other players.
Yeah.
And, like
You still haven't ran into anybody.
no, you need to be able to have fleets. You need to be able to buy bigger like frigate ships to have different resources on them. There's a lot of shit that they need to improve upon the game to make it continue playable because it's repetitive and it's fun for a while, but it's losing the luster for a lot of people. They've had a huge, I think it was 81% they've dropped off in users
That's
Yeah.
huge.
in like 2 weeks.
It just dropped. It just came out. What do you guys say?
I agree. Like, I'm only on like my 5th planet, and it's pretty much the same thing. Like landing, getting resources, fighting off guys, learning the language, and jumping on my ship and going to the next planet. Like it's kind of repetitive, but it's still kind of fun to play. But
Yeah,
it's
it's, like,
still
weird.
like actually having like the robots and stuff like that to fucking go mine for you. That should be so fucking great.
That would
And
be-
like if they get damaged, you have to like go and find this robot and fucking repair them. That'd be fucking cool as shit.
That sounds, yeah, it'd be cool, but there's so many planets per system. That sounds like kind of a lot, but I do think some of those improvements should be made. I think there should be more, like Cronus said, like some kind of more into the space combat type shit.
Yeah.
There needs to be more in that, like where either I can have allies where people fight with me, or like be able to squad up with the crew and like do missions. Like there's no like objectives really. The only thing that I've been able to find that has objectives is the Atlas missions. Have you guys done those yet?
Well, yeah, I'm trying to get there, but I'm fucking stuck right now because I got this new ship. And
You don't have the resources to get it off the ground?
I got no iridium.
Yeah,
and
see?
I can get off the ground. I can actually go into space. I just can't make a jump to the next star system.
Oh, you have to build a warp cell.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I can't buy iridium. I can't fucking find iridium. I can't do shit. That's all I need is iridium.
Yeah, so
And you're in like a one planet solar system too,
Yeah,
right?
only one planet, so I can't even go to another one for the
Damn.
resources.
yeah, so
damn.
I mean, they should be able to sell it at the base, but do they have it and don't have inventory, or
It doesn't even
they don't
show up.
sell it?
And I've been to not even just one person. I've gone. You know how this. So when you go into a space station, ships land, right? And you can either buy their ships or trade with them.
Yep.
I've gone at least 20 different people. None of them have iridium.
That's all
Goddamn.
bad. So you're kind of in the same boat I was a couple weeks ago when I was stuck on a planet and I couldn't find a particular resource. And it wasn't until I found like a shop that actually sold it, and I had to buy all of it, leave, wait till they restocked, and then buy it all again.
But basically, what he's saying is he's stuck right
Yeah, I was stuck
I
for
mean,
a minute too.
that's bad.
So you may
know?
you may have to wait for either the space. You may have to leave the space station and all.
Yeah, I've done that.
Keep checking. Yeah, you're gonna have to keep checking back.
I've checked out the space station. I checked out the stations that are on fucking planets.
Yeah.
I've checked at fucking other little things that are around the planet. There's nothing.
So does your planet have a moon too?
No.
No moon. Nah, that's all bad. So yeah, so I started the Atlas mission, which you're supposed to do at the very beginning, which I skipped because I didn't know what the fuck was going on. And I guess you can only get to it when you do free roam, and you have to jump to in the galaxy map. There's like different colored stars.
Yeah.
If you jump to a green star, I guess you can get it there.
That's not correct either. You can take the path of the Atlas.
I've done that. Nothing.
Well, it tells you like where to go. It even
That did that too. Nothing. I had to jump off the path to a green planet, and then I was able to you find an anomaly. Once you get the anomaly, it sets you on a path, and you have to choose if you want that path.
My anomaly wasn't through free roam though.
God.
Yeah, that's the thing. I skipped it in the beginning. When you first start, they kind of force it on you, and I said fuck that, and I kept going, and I'm super deep into the solar system, and then I went off the path, and then I got it.
So the game still sounds polarizing as fuck.
It still has its appeal, but like it is waning, so it is a bit repetitive.
Like they need fucking vehicles too. Like when you're on planet, like I mean, yeah, you can run, you can upgrade your running, like your endurance, but that shit gets fucking boring, dude.
So there's actually a hack to run faster.
Oh yeah?
Oh yeah.
So if you start running and then melee, and as soon as you melee hit the jetpack,
Yeah, you
like jump in jetpack,
Yeah,
you'll go forward like really fast.
Oh nice. Okay.
Let me ask you something as someone who isn't playing this game yet. Would you be mad at because here we go again, season pass, where they're making you pay for some of this content that you guys want on this game?
No, because it's what they showed in all the videos prior to the game being released, and they need to fix it.
For free?
Yeah, for free. Because the game right now, as far as I'm concerned, is sort of broken. With lack of objectives and lack of
online
gameplay. Yeah, it's kind of annoying.
So I've run into one planet where I guess someone else has been to. So that's kind of rare, I guess. But yeah, some person has been to one of the planets and they didn't upload everything, so I took credit for what they didn't do.
I gotta upload my shit. I always forget. You can get money for that too.
You get money from that,
But go back to the DLC thing.
The DLC, it really depends on what's in it. Like if it's like a ton of shit, like they add
The things that you guys just requested is what I'm talking about.
So with that, no, because it is like Cronus said, the things that the developers said they were going to have in it. They did say they're going to release more stuff later on. I don't know if it's free or not, but if they're going to release like, some, because I guess they said they're supposed to have factions when there are none, and if they release some kind of like, I don't know, planet where you can stay on and join an army or some shit, maybe.
So you will give them money unseen, like a season pass type of money, for the game as it is now, with the hope that the future will.
No.
Is that what I'm hearing?
I need to know what's coming in the season pass, because like Battlefront, I didn't buy the season pass.
Okay.
I'm still waiting on. I'm actually gonna probably buy it once all of it's out in December, or no, the last one's 2017, because they're releasing stuff for Rogue One that's gonna integrate into Battlefront.
Blue, what you got?
You know what? Sorry, I'm just gonna jump back a little bit. Something I wish they would do is let you customize your spaceship too. Like, if you have a ship already and you come across another ship, you should be able to like take parts of the ship you currently have, because that
super
ship
annoying.
just goes, it disappears. Like, where the fuck does that ship go?
Yeah, and especially if you like built up your fucking ship, because I've upgraded my warp and like my boosters and shit, and if I get a new ship, all that shit's gone.
No, I think you can transfer that over.
Nope, you can transfer material,
that's true,
not shit that you've already built.
It's fucking annoying. You can't even, like, after you do it, you can't even really break it down either.
Nope.
Yeah.
One of the things that I also like to see in the game is like a fucking garage. You know what I mean? Because like where I'm screwed now, it's just like I can't fucking leave.
Damn.
And if I had a garage where I could just have the ship, where I could like have something pick up the ship and then put it in a garage, and then that way I can gather the materials with the ship that I already have, and then go back to the ship with the ship. But there's nothing like that.
Have you tried mining the meteors that are floating around the planet?
Yep.
Yeah.
No, already
Nothing.
Damn.
Most of it's like thamium or whatnot, and if you're lucky, it's like gold, copper, or not even gold. It's like aluminum, nickel, and gold.
Would be cool too if you can take elements and merge them to form other elements.
That would be good.
That'd be fucking
That would
cool.
be great.
I need that shit too.
What I'm hearing is a laundry list of things that you want the game to have.
Yeah, but these are kind of.
But hold on though, even without me playing, it's a laundry list of things you want the game to have. Therefore, since it's launched, I hear it should have a lot of free DLC.
Yeah.
That's what I'm hearing.
The question that you asked, like, I wouldn't pay for a season pass or anything. Like if it's shit that should be in the game, it should be in the game. Like I'm not paying for that shit.
That's what. Yeah.
I guess that kind of leads us on to another topic, and that's Star Citizen.
Yeah, do that.
So this again looks way better than No Man's Sky. It looks like what No Man's Sky was promising, but it looks like it's going to be truthful because they showed demos of it. So basically, Star Citizen is kind of like No Man's Sky, where you're exploring either the solar system or a galaxy, or maybe even the universe. I'm not sure which three of those yet. But they showed the demos at Gamescom, and one of them was basically it was a guy who was a pilot, who was a co-pilot that was going to a ship, and in the ship the pilot was a real person.
Okay.
And so the person is flying the ship and as he's flying and you're walking around, like he's flying the ship, you can do whatever the fuck you want while he's flying. You can help him co-pilot or not. And then eventually they got to a spot, and the guy that was the co-pilot, he jumped out and started to get some stuff, and then he came back to the ship. And actually it was a ship that was blown up, and so they went and got like the black box, and then as the guy was exiting the ship, he ended up looking in the back, and there was like this thing called a dragonfly. It's basically like a fucking space motorcycle in the back. And so he took that space motorcycle from the back of this blown up ship and then put it in the hull of his ship, and then went down to a nearby moon and then got the rest of the cargo. And it was all like real. It was funny because like the demo, the guy, because it's a first person shooter as well.
Oh shit!
The guy goes down to a planet and he goes and shoots people. He's like killing people like with his little speeder, jumps off, starts killing people with like his gun, and then he ran out of fucking ammo. And then the guy was like, "Hey, can you help me?" And then the guy on the ship was like, "Yeah." And then he pulls the ship around, just fucking blows everybody up.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. All right.
It seemed pretty dope, and it said there was no drawing. So basically, what that means is like, so in No Man's Sky, drawing is a huge problem.
Yeah.
Because what it means is like, as you're progressing through the game engine is drawing things around you to make it seem like it's real.
Oh,
but it's only drawing at a certain distance.
And you can see it a lot of times too. You can see like all of a sudden a mountain just starts like fading into view or something like that.
Yeah, it's annoying because when there's elements, it looks like a building from far away.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But in this one though, there's no drawing. But it's the same thing where you can basically go from atmosphere into hyperspeed and then back into another atmosphere on a whole different planet.
No loading.
Land with no loading.
I love that.
This is what No Man's Sky had promised, like with all the trailer stuff they showed. But quick question: when you guys are playing No Man's Sky, do you have issues with the controller?
No.
Like it keeps fucking flipping?
No, I have issues with it crashing.
I have issues with them having the fucking run on the wrong goddamn button.
Yeah, no,
It's R3, not L. It's weird with the run.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And you can't remap them either.
Someone in the chat, Cronus, said you should try buying a warp cell or using the two elements to make a warp cell.
No. It's not a warp cell that I need. It's the hyperdrive. It's one of the hyper. It's the hyperdrive that makes you go further.
Oh, that makes you jump further out. Yeah.
I'm in a spot to where nothing near me is close enough for the unupgraded hyperdrive.
Gotcha.
So I have to get Iridium for the upgraded one. So thank you, Lamvu86.
All right. I'm excited about that. The other game that you mentioned, it's a PC only though, right?
Yeah.
So far, yeah.
Star Citizen.
Okay.
So I'm actually, this game has been in development for a long time, and it had to get like crowdfunding to keep it going. And this is, I think, the biggest that they've been able to unveil. There's been a lot of fucking work. It's actually made by someone I admire a lot. He's actually one of the reasons why I went to college and majored in what I did. Is
the me dude? That's
Chris
sweet.
Roberts.
Okay.
Oh. He was the
Harambe.
no Harambe's dead. He is the creator of the Wing Commander series, which I fucking fell in love with like a long time ago, and I played up until part 3. And Mark Hamill is in part 3, and he's coming back for Star Citizen. They actually have a really good cast for Star Citizen. It looks fucking amazing. I actually finished the video that Cronus was talking about. It looks like what No Man's Sky should have been. I kind of feel that Elite Dangerous, which is very similar, has kind of sort of. I haven't played it yet. I almost bought it, but
2017 game, PC game is what I'm hearing.
I believe so.
Probably.
Yeah,
Okay.
I didn't see a release date. I just saw the demo with the hour-long one, right?
Yeah. And it's for the Master Race only.
Yeah,
console gamers.
You should definitely check out the trailer. The trailer looks dope because the trailer I saw was a 3-man co-op thing where they were like raiding and stuff. It looked fucking awesome. Amazing.
Right. Good shit.
So port it to the consoles.
What was this stuff we were talking or seeing earlier online about Justice League Dark coming to the DCEU with Doug Liman.
Doug Liman.
Hey, isn't it the guy that was supposed to? That was the guy that was supposed to do Gambit, right?
Yep. He was supposed to direct Gambit, and he dipped out to do. It was announced today.
But we're talking live action.
Yes, we were talking live action. Doug Liman. It's kind of weird to me because I think we've all seen a lot of his movies because he directed The First Born Identity. He directed Mr. and Mrs. Smith, Edge of Tomorrow, and then he's doing a comic movie. But I guess he was attached to do Gambit and jumped out to do Justice League Dark.
But this has to be after Justice League that's coming out next year.
I would imagine so. I believe they're trying to set a 2018, 2019 date. He's the only thing that I've known that's been announced. It was announced in the Hollywood Reporter, Movies.com, and a couple of the trades that he's on board to direct this movie. I guess Justice League Dark is about the basically characters in the DC universe that do magic and darkness and shit.
Yeah, it's all about dark magic.
Did you guys read this? I haven't read any of these comics.
I think Blue has.
I haven't read any of the comics, but I know of them. So, like, Constantine is pretty much the leader of the group, and it's like Constantine, Deadman, Swamp Thing might be in there.
Yeah. Is Enchantress in there? Oh, Zatanna. I know she's
Zatanna's in there.
Madame Xanadu, whoever. I don't know who she is.
Yeah, so it's a bunch of magic people. I think he's not in it, but I think he
helps
him
or something.
Yeah, he's kind of like Batman of the group.
Okay.
But yeah, it's all about like dark magic type shit, and that's all I know. I never read any of the comics, but I know they're part of the New 52 group.
I'm interested.
Yeah, so I felt like this is their kind of answer to Marvel's Doctor Strange.
Well,
because
they should stop doing shit like that.
Yeah, that's what it feels like to me.
But Doctor Strange is one guy.
It is one guy, and he is the master of the dark arts. But he could gather other folks from the Marvel universe to.
We don't even know how
Thanos is coming.
But we don't even know how successful Doctor Strange will be quite yet.
No, we don't. But it is coming. We're only a couple months away.
All right.
But I mean, I just thought it was weird for Doug Liman because he's famous for his car chase scenes. He does amazing car chase scenes, spy movies, and then
this isn't comic book movies are action movies though.
They are, but I mean just his style, like Mr. and Mrs. Smith, Bourne. Those are I don't know. Well, except for Edge of Tomorrow, which I actually personally love. I've seen that movie a few times. I guess there's a sequel coming, and he's attached to direct.
Actually, it looks like inside the Blu-ray of Batman: The Killing Joke, they actually have like a special in there where they actually talk about the animated version of the Justice League Dark that's going to be coming out in 2017.
Okay.
Like.
All right.
Yeah, and it was actually shown at San Diego Comic-Con this year.
God damn.
So yeah,
it was announced.
Good shit.
So I guess this is a win for DC?
Could be. I mean,
how's it a win?
Doug Liman's a fucking amazing director.
That doesn't. Well,
it doesn't mean it means something. It still could be, but so far he's directed a lot of good hits.
Too early to tell.
It is way too early to tell. But
M. Night Shyamalan used to make good movies too.
Damn you!
Yeah, it looks like the animated movie is going to have Constantine, Batman's going to be in there. Probably have like a guest appearance of Zatanna, Deadman, and Etrigan the Demon.
Etrigan, yeah, I know you're talking about.
Yeah, and Swamp Thing.
All right.
And Black Orchid.
Interesting cast.
We don't know who's going to be in that live action version. We'll see. We'll probably look for more announcements in the next month or so.
All right.
So there you go.
We shall see.
Them DC's animated movies are pretty goddamn good. So
yeah, I've enjoyed a lot of them, especially the whole Batman Superman. What was it? Wanted or whatever. The one with Darkseid.
Most Wanted.
Yeah, that shit was good.
Any one of the ones with Batman in it, pretty much rock.
Yeah,
most of the time.
So go ahead.
I was gonna say I'm looking forward to the one with Adam West, the whole '80s Batman.
Oh yeah,
they're coming back with '80.
That's coming out soon, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So we actually had a ask BTI question. It's from K-Mac, and she asked me this personally, and she said she didn't want to. She wasn't sure she wanted to ask it because she thought she might be construed as racist, which is interesting because of what she asked me.
Okay.
Have you guys heard of white parties? Like
yes.
in the South?
Is this similar to a rainbow party?
Is that where they wear all all white, right?
Yeah, so they were all white.
Yeah, I was gonna say so. Like
It's
P
almost like a
Diddy
black
does a
and
white
ball.
party,
Yeah, he
right?
does do a white party.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's the significance of that? Is it just black people that do that shit, or what? 'Cause
No,
I hadn't heard that it was just a black thing ever,
Yeah.
but I could be wrong.
Yeah,
I've heard of black and white parties, but that's suit and tie or like the
Well, they have like
formal
black
suit and
balls, and that's where it's all formal and shit.
Yeah.
I'm not invited to any of these, but it seems like it's an extremely like high class, but you're in like white linen and shit.
Yeah, just white suits.
Well, the
But it's
Kardashians
always in
did
the
it.
summer though, right?
Yeah.
I remember Kanye or the Kardashians did it. They had a white party, and they were the only people who were dressed in black.
Those are straight assholes.
What
right
the
there.
fuck?
'Cause they just want to stick out. Fuck
Yeah.
them.
But so the question is it a black thing? Is that
Well, yeah, she just wanted to understand. She wanted to understand what a white party is.
It's for super rich people, and it doesn't matter your race.
No, I have a friend. She throws like she's one of those people that throw parties at clubs, and she threw a white party, and it was mostly black people there. So
Yeah, she thought it was like mainly a black thing, and I honestly have no fucking clue.
No idea.
I'm struggling. I've never been to one, so this is all speculation based on hearing about P Diddy's.
Yeah, I've heard because
White party.
he throws his in the Hamptons like every summer.
Yeah, that's the only one I know.
I brought it up to answer a question, which obviously, sorry, we can't fucking answer it. But
not black enough.
the second part of it was that when she was bringing it up, she was kind of apprehensive to talk about it because she was worried about being called a racist, and I was just like, "What the fuck?" Like, white people now have been like so shit on, about like racist shit. It's kind of ridiculous now, where they're just scared to talk about racial issues. It's like, look, you shouldn't be labeled a racist if you have a legitimate question about something ethnic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anybody can ask questions. Anybody.
it looks like Palm Springs has an annual white party, and they've been doing it since 2001.
It's awesome.
All right.
It's all black
That's so
people.
funny.
We obviously got to like research it. You know,
I
to
think
answer
it's
the question.
I think it's more of people with money type thing, or people that want to be like classy throw a white party. I think it's a class thing. But when Kronos brought this up, all I can think about is when Matt from Prereq Live was talking about how if you want to like offend a white person, you call them a racist.
Yeah.
Like all these other stuff about calling them like a cracker, honky, none of that phases them. You call them a racist, they fucking throw everything up in the air. And
Well, when they throw it up in the air, they have to immediately go on the defensive, no matter whether it's warranted or not. And I think it's getting kind of old, people. It's 2016 now. I think it's time to say no to white racism, because that's really what it is. I think a lot of people, they say there's no such thing as reverse racism. Well, you're right. It's just fucking racism.
Yeah, it's just, that makes no fucking sense.
Like there's a lot of good white folks out there that are so fucking scared of being called a racist that they don't want to bring up legitimate questions.
Look, just become a queen of spades, and then you don't have to worry about shit.
You did.
Not you,
It's funny.
K-Mac.
The question is fine.
A white party. It sounds like it would be a fucking toga party. Like everybody just wearing the fucking like linnets and shit. That's what I think of.
Yeah, see, Cake Man in the chat in the Infinity Vault says it's a summer party normally.
Yeah, because right here on Wikipedia it says a white party are parties in which it's norm for partygoers to dress all in white. That's all it says. I'm saying about
Yeah, it sounds like
class or
it
anything.
sounds just like the black and white parties where you just dress in like suit and tie
it's,
or whatever.
it's a fucking theme for a party basically.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
And if it's at a gay party, it's called a circuit party.
A circuit?
Yeah, that's what it says here.
Oh. All right.
I get it. That's actually pretty funny.
Wow. Yeah. Damn. I got the visual.
Yeah, I did too. I was like, wait, what? I was like, oh, connect the dots.
All right.
La, la, la.
So, why don't we switch gears a little bit? Why don't we talk about Spider-Man: Homecoming?
Oh yeah.
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
So they cast Mary Jane Watson, and her name is Zendaya.
Yeah.
Zendaya.
I think Zendaya. I think it's pronounced Zendaya.
No.
Zendaya.
Black girl from Oakland.
Yeah.
She ain't got that golden booty though.
She's definitely not redheaded nor white. So I know.
Isn't she redheaded now?
Nah, just a picture.
Well, I mean, she could always dye her hair, of course.
Yeah.
But
Or a wig.
so this is the thing, is I know a lot of people they want to just kind of shit on like the idea of it, right? But for me, I'm gonna always be apprehensive when they make changes like that to a character that's been the same way in the comic books, because I know right away they are not staying true to the comic.
Yeah.
And that is always going to be a red flag to me. If you look at successful comic book adaptations in movies and media, it's always been the ones that have stayed truest to the comics that have had the highest amount of success. And for right now, it's been the shit from Netflix. They have stayed the truest to the comics, and they have had a high success rate, even higher, I think, than most of the movies. Maybe not monetarily, but as far as like popularity and
ratings and stuff.
Yeah, and ratings. And so I think a lot of people kind of forget that. They just want to be like, oh, well, why can't she be black? Well, the character to begin with wasn't black, so I already know that you're already straying from the comic book. There's going to be a problem there no matter what. Mm-hmm. And also, it's funny because Becky from Pre-Rec Live brought this up before. She was like, there's a lot of black people in Spider-Man. And it's an observation, and it's a true observation. Mm-hmm. There are a lot of black people in Spider-Man in Homecoming, which is kind of weird because in the comic, there's not a whole lot of black people in the comic.
Because it's during a time where, like, they weren't really drawing or making characters that were black.
Yeah. Well, wait, isn't the Homecoming storyline fairly recent?
I think that's to be determined, man. I don't know.
Isn't this based off the Homecoming storyline from?
We don't know because Civil War is supposed to be based on some shit, and so is
I don't know.
Yeah, so we honestly have no idea. But yeah, I mean, this is one of the things where I think, obviously, we're gonna wait for the movie to come out. At least me, I'm speaking for myself, not for everybody else in the cast right now. Where I think that diversity sometimes can go kind of too far in one direction or the other. Yeah. Where it's like, hey, we understand that we need more diverse characters and stuff, but I also don't want people of color just filling white folks' roles. Like, that's not really diversity. I want to see a new character.
Kind of like with James Olsen and Supergirl.
Yeah, that was like the biggest fuck you ever. Not only is his name James when he's supposed to be Jimmy, but he's also nothing like Jimmy Olsen. Like, in the way he acts or nothing like that. He's like, Jimmy Olsen is a nerd, and that guy, James Olsen, is like the furthest thing from a nerd as possible.
He's Eggs from True Blood.
Yeah.
He's all
like,
ripped and shit. He's got that BBC that they're all trying to get up on.
Yeah, but it's not Jimmy Olsen. They didn't give a fuck about the actual character. Like, they should have just made a new character,
like Tyrone or some shit.
So
a Leroy Jenkins.
Oh, damn.
He's gonna bust all up inside Supergirl.
Couple things for me with this one. And I've heard things from both sides in a lot of ways. Mary Jane is not a superhero.
Yeah,
she never has been. She's not. Well, you know what? I have not read everything in the Spider-Verse. If there are comics with her putting on the spider suit or getting bit that I haven't read, don't kill me, internet. You know that may be out there. But traditionally, through most of this character's history, she's just Spider-Man's girlfriend and then his wife, right? I don't think that role as just the female lead and her white and having red hair has anything to do with the character per se.
Yeah, it's not like the Black Panther where like
or Luke Cage. You know what I mean?
Or your gripe with Jennifer Banner.
Yeah, exactly. Which we can get into, but Mary Jane Watson literally has very little to do with superpower and saving people. In the Spider-Verse, to my knowledge, ever. And so I like this young actress. I want her to do well.
She's beautiful.
She is gorgeous. She's a local girl.
Yeah, she's from the Yay.
I don't necessarily have a problem with it, but I want her to knock it out of the park if she's going to do it.
Yeah.
And I don't like I think there were some really weak excuses of, well, she doesn't have red hair. And I was like, Kirsten Dunst didn't have fucking red hair.
Rewind the tape. You were bitching like a motherfucker about
Lois Lane,
because they should have dyed her hair red. What I'm saying is Kirsten Dunst does not have red hair, and they dyed it, which was fine, but this woman obviously doesn't have red hair, and they can dye it too. That's what I'm saying. They can dye her hair. Hair dye's cheap. That's it. They should have dyed Lois Lane's hair. Dye her fucking hair. She's not a redhead most of 95% of all Superman stories. Lois Lane is not a redhead. But she was in
she is in
Man of Steel and Beavis. I didn't like that.
So I see this as a want versus need type thing. Like, she doesn't need to be African American or Asian or Indian. I feel like this is a want from Marvel to try to add diversity. And I think it's not really necessary. Like Cronin says, this is not true to the character's origin.
True.
But I mean, I can kind of see, because we've seen this would be our officially second rendition of Mary Jane, technically third, because in the Amazing Spider-Man 3 she was casted but cut.
But it was Gwen in the movie.
She was casted and cut. So if you watch the deleted scenes, Mary Jane is in the movie.
Okay.
So the only one that we technically have seen is Kirsten Dunst. But we have seen two Gwen Stacy's. We saw Bryce Dallas and then Emma Stone. So with this, it's like you were saying, she's basically his romantic interest, his kind of anchor, and that's kind of it. Like, she's not Spider-Gwen. She doesn't become the Iron Spider, none of that. So, I mean, I can see how Marvel played with it. I can understand how, like, purists are, like, enraged in their basement or whatnot, but I'm gonna be cautiously excited, I guess, because I want to see it. I want it to be good. So I'm all about the MCU. As long as she knocks it out, I don't have too big of a problem. But she did not need to have her ethnicity changed. So
Okay, fair.
Like, for me, jumping in here, like, I sat and thought about this for a while, because, like, I know we gave shit about, like, you know, like in the Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball Evolution movie.
That movie sucks.
We were, like, kind of pissed off that they cast a white guy to be a Japanese guy in the movie. I mean, even though Goku is a fucking alien, so...
Well, we also did the same thing with Ghost in the Shell.
Well, I was gonna get there, too. Thanks for fucking triple on my shit.
I'm gonna let you finish, but...
Yeah.
Goddamn, I'm gonna call you James. What's his name? The guy we had earlier? The other guy with
Howard.
Howard, yeah. Yeah, like we complained about that. We complained about, like, a white chick being she played a Chinese lady and that Marvel movie that's coming out, Doctor Strange.
Yeah. The ancient
Like,
one.
we gave him shit about that. So, you know, here it is. It's a white role cast to a black lady. But the thing with the white lady is that she's still she's a Chinese monk. She's a white woman playing a Chinese, so I can understand, like, that's why people can be upset about that. Like, they could have cast an Asian person for that shit. True. But for this role, it's like, you know, like, I kind of like the idea of her being black, but then again, it's like, it was primarily a white role. But then when the comic book originally came out, like, there wasn't any black people in the role, so I can see, like, what Odin was talking about, how, like, they're just trying. It's something that we don't need, but they kind of want, or something that we don't want, but we kind of, whatever. The way you explained it, like, I really understand the way you're coming from, but it's all, right now at this point, it's just pretty much because this girl hasn't done any major movies. She hasn't done any. She's a Nickelodeon chick, or Disney Channel.
Wasn't she in Dope?
No, she wasn't.
No, that was Zoe Kravitz.
That was Zoe Kravitz. Yeah, she's been in, like, small roles, and she has, like, a singing career, and she's talented. Like, all the stuff she does is she's entertaining and stuff like that. But it, like, you know, this can be like a breakout role for her. So she's kind of not too much of nobody, but, you know, the younger generation knows who she is. So if she has the potential to kill in this role, and if she does, she'll be Mary J. Blige. Like,
Mary J. Blige.
I said this on the before the cast too. I called her Mary J. Blige because she's black. What the fuck?
So what you were talking about before, I'm glad you brought that up, because it's something that I brought up on
the University Talk,
on the Pandora.
Yeah,
the mixtape. That wasn't recorded, which I wish it was. It's the we have this thing that I hopefully I coined the phrase. It was the ethnic pass cards, where we just give an ethnic pass when the person is of color, changing the ethnicity. But when it's somebody white doing it, everybody's all fucking up in arms.
True.
That's what I was trying to get at.
Yeah, and I'm kind of like both ways. It's like, why are you guys doing it? You know what I mean? It's like, why don't we just keep true to the character? Like, if you want to have diverse characters, then please make more diverse characters that are where it's written into their role that they're that. You know what I mean? Like, if there's a Chinese American guy that's being made into a new character, I want to understand what it's like for him as a Chinese American guy. You know what I mean? But when you change a role from, you know, white to black or black to white, like, you're gonna lose that connection automatically. Like, they're not gonna write in some diverse fucking backstory because there wasn't one there to begin with, and it'd be fucking weird to the story, right?
Yeah.
Because they're used to having this story about these certain characters and you just changing it up like that, it's kind of like shitting on it. You know what I mean?
Well,
Like I can understand it for like minor characters like Mr. White from not Mr. White but Perry White, which from Man of Steel.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah, no one gave a shit about
Nobody
it.
really gave a shit about him. Or like the fact that Jamie
did a good job
Olsen,
too, though.
they did a good job, but Jamie Olsen in the original Man of Steel, not the original Man of Steel, but the first Man of Steel movie was a girl.
yeah.
And I mean, it was a very small role she had, but then like in Batman vs Superman, they changed it to Jimmy Olsen was like some spy dude who got fucking
Yeah, that
murdered
was
and shit
weird.
like that.
Well, the other quick example, you know what this actually reminds me of? This reminds me of the great show that we, almost all of us, Kronos might be watching it now too, The Flash, where Iris, who is white in the fucking comics all throughout these years, is played by Candace Patton or whatever, controversial, and she knocked it out of the park and won people over.
And that's what I kind of got. I
But there's
feel
a
for
black
Spider-Man.
Wally West in the comics, so.
but
But not till later in
Yeah, not-
fucking.
But Iris was still
originally,
Iris was a white woman all throughout her comic history. And what I'm saying is, in the Flash show, they make it work with that family, incorporate it into the show, write her background well,
Do it good.
and it's executed so well, you don't even think about the fact that Iris was originally white anymore.
Yeah, but see that therein lies the problem, right? They had to basically overlay somebody else and then bring in all of that on a character that was already existing. What I would like to see happen is to have them start fresh with something new, so we actually have representation, like true diverse representation, other than, hey, we can't have real diversity because people won't like it, so we'll just take this white character and make him black.
But they
You know
did
what I mean?
both. I mean, like
Yeah,
with
but
the Flash, they have Cisco, who's not in there. You know what I mean? And I mean, they have Joe, who's not from the comics too. So I hear what you're saying. I think what they did, at least with the Flash, is a really good example of trying to incorporate the best of all worlds. You know, and I'm hoping that Zendaya is Spider-Man's Iris. And,
Yes.
and she may not be. She may fucking suck in this role.
She could,
And if she
but-
does, we'll roast her ass. But
I'm pretty sure she's going to try to go for it because this is the MCU, and she knows that this is going to put her in the spotlight regardless.
Yeah.
So the question is she going to shine or not? And you were saying, were you saying that Cisco isn't originally in?
he's Vibe.
Vibe is he's a Justice League.
But the character of Cisco is
Ramon, he's Vibe.
He's always been.
Yeah,
that.
he's been like a minor character, but he's part of the Justice League. That's what they were building up when he first showed up. When they were talking about the Flash at Comic-Con, is he going to be a Justice Leaguer or not?
And he's always been Latino.
He's always been.
Okay.
I believe he's been a Latino. I'm not sure about Mexican or not. But.
Got it.
And one thing I just want to put out there is that like if you go back to like way back in the days in movies and stuff like that, when it came to like Native Americans, a lot of those roles were played by like Italian people.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
It's like historic knowledge that's how it fucking worked out. Like they didn't actually have Native. And I think even for that movie with Leonardo DiCaprio where he gets raped by the bear.
Oh, The Revenant.
Yeah, The Revenant. I think a lot of the people there were Italian as well.
Well, it's just like in the old Star Trek movies. All the Klingons were fucking white.
Yeah. One quick.
Oh, back then, yeah, and then like later on, they're all black.
One quick thing about her though, she does have white mother, black father. I mean, I know we're saying she's just black, but she
She's
is
mixed.
Yeah, she's mixed and biracial.
It's really funny. On Facebook, there was somebody had posted up an article about like the whole Zendaya thing, and somebody commented saying like, "Oh yeah," and what's the name, Glover wanted to try to be Spider-Man and this and that. I'm like, no, he wanted to be fucking Miles Morales as Spider-Man. Like, you need to read the fucking comic book.
Yeah, two very different characters, Peter Parker and Miles. But yeah, so
See, that's a great example of what I was talking about too. Is having another Spider-Man, but it's Miles Morales, and using that whole Spider-Verse thing because he has a whole different background.
Yep.
And all that shit. He's not just Peter Parker but black.
Yeah, and I assumed that he was before reading the comic because all I heard about was a black Spider-Man. Then Stitch schooled me and let me read some of the Ultimate Spider-Man, and I was like, okay, he does have his own, and I think that's great.
And it was really good how they did that too because Spider-Man existed in his universe, but Spider-Man died, and he ended up taking on that mental.
Well,
He didn't want to.
He's not a replacement character, which is something that they've done a lot of lately.
Yeah, he doesn't even have the same powers that Spider-Man is too much.
And I, to be honest with you, as a whole, I dislike the replacement characters because they feel very temporary. I know that they're going to be around in the near future, long term. I don't fucking think so. That's my issue with them.
Well, isn't it the same with, I'm not reading Spider-Gwen, but I know, Cronus, you are, but isn't that the kind of like, because it's an established character, but she somehow gains powers and is now a hero or something?
Well, no, it's the same thing of Miles Morales. It's the Spider-Verse. So it's just a different universe where Peter Parker died instead of...
instead of Gwen?
Yeah, instead of Gwen, and then Gwen gets hit by the spider instead of Peter Parker.
Oh, shit.
And it's super popular, or gaining popularity.
Yeah, I mean, I see a lot of it cosplayed out there.
Ivy Doom Kitty in that cosplay.
Oh, man.
Fuck.
I didn't even know who Spider-Gwen was until I saw it.
I looked her up.
Man, it's all day.
All right, so more to come, and we'll see.
Have you seen any of the Gwenpool?
Yeah, I've seen it, but I haven't read it.
Wait, cosplay or read the comic?
No, it's comic. Yeah, it's
Oh,
comic.
I haven't read it. Yeah, I saw a thick-ass trade paperback volume of Spider-Verse, which was a collection of all the crossover shit.
Dang.
And I was like, okay, that would hopefully help, educate me on shit I have never read, but I'm not reading no Spider-Pig shit.
Yeah.
Did you see that there's a new Thanos comic coming out in like October or some shit?
Tell me about it. No, I didn't.
So Marvel it's Marvel now. They're rebooting in October.
Okay.
So that's the whole thing. So that's where everything. I guess Civil War is supposed to end soon.
Yeah. Well, they extended it, and it is going to end.
Yeah. So once it ends, I guess right after is Marvel Now, where everything goes back to one.
They better get the fucking timing right. Even though I love
this sounds just like fucking Secret Wars.
Yeah.
They fucked it up.
That was the only problem. We were reading stuff after Secret Wars while it was still going on, and that irked me because it just fucked with the whole timing. But the biggest news for me was I saw it recently. Deadpool is going to get a symbiote suit.
Yeah, I saw that.
And I was like,
saw a picture.
Fuck, I want that comic in my life.
I just want to hear the fucking jokes that he's going to come up with.
Oh, yeah.
I like to hear the symbiote, like, talking third person and shit like that.
All right.
You know what I'm tired of right now is mainstream media spoiling comics right away.
Oh, yeah, like major trades, like New York Times and shit, talking about shit.
Like, we get it. Comics popular now. Can you please stop being fucking children and then putting on headlines like major shit that's happening in comics, like
Captain America.
Yeah, the Captain America shit. The name of the new female Iron Man.
Oh, yeah.
And a whole bunch of other shit. I'm just like, can you stop being children about it.
Yeah, that's true. It's just not cool, actually. It's fucking weird.
It's like nobody does that shit about movies. You know?
Yeah.
They should at least try to do like a spoiler-free version of shit.
Like nobody said, like, this is a perfect example. Like, if for Suicide Squad, nobody knew who the fucking villain was, right?
Yeah.
It'd be like somebody saying, "Oh, and the Enchantress," the villain. It's just like, "Oh, thanks, asshole."
Yeah.
Same thing about the cameos. Like, I didn't know the Flash even had a cameo in the movie.
Yeah.
So I was like, I was actually pleasantly surprised.
That's how it should be. Should we stay on Marvel for a little bit more?
Well, we should stay on comics.
Well, this is comic related with Marvel Comics.
Well, we haven't talked about that Rebirth though.
Hold the fuck on, then.
Shit.
I just want to ask everybody's take since this is super rumor speculation bullshit. So we'll put that out there at the front of it. But there's rumors of She-Hulk possibly being recasted, going right along with what we were talking about, as a quote unquote woman of color. What do we think?
So this is another want versus need because this is a need versus want. She needs to be white because she is the cousin. She's the cousin of goddamn Bruce Banner who happens to be white.
They'll just do what they did in Fantastic Four. It worked out great.
It's a fucking they were adopted.
Fucking idiots.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
I hated, even though I like the actor Michael B. Jordan, I hated him being in that movie, which I never saw, and I just hated the concept of it.
No, has anyone seen it besides me?
Seen it.
I've seen it.
Just like I didn't watch Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
I saw that too.
But I love Bruce Banner's relationship with She-Hulk and Jennifer.
You mean how they fuck?
What? Yeah, get out of here with that bullshit. But
Goddamn sexual shit.
unfortunately, they do fuck
Hulk
that.
smash!
Yeah. Anyway, but they're cousins, you know?
Hulk still smash!
They can both relate to the gamma radiation and the strength, and She-Hulk is just...
Hold on.
But She-Hulk really is his cousin. She is not like... She's She's not half black. She's not half Asian. She-Hulk's a white lady, and because of her relationship with Bruce Banner,
because their bloodline
relation, you can't fucking do this. I don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't like it at all.
Well, it is speculation, so it is like rumor. I highly doubt that they would go because they're rumoring that it's supposed to be Beyonce being She-Hulk.
Man, that's hell rumor.
I'm like, dude, first of all, no, she can act, but she's not She-Hulk whatsoever. No. She can't. She's not bulked up. None of that. Well, if it was Gina Carano,
she could probably get bulked up. I mean, look at what what's her name did. We shit on her. Gal Gadot.
Yeah, but Beyonce has a musical career.
Exactly. She got the Beehive.
I do not want to see Beyonce as She-Hulk. That would make me not want to watch.
Exactly.
No.
If it was Gina Carano, though, I would definitely watch.
And I like Beyonce. I mean, she's cool, but I don't want to see her acting as She-Hulk.
No.
Yeah, I don't see that.
I would love to see She-Hulk in the either Netflix universe or MCU universe.
That'd be cool.
Do they own her already?
I think it's supposed to be Netflix.
Okay.
Because it's supposed to be.
Yeah, it's gonna be Netflix.
Yeah, she's supposed to be one of the Defenders, right? I think.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
So I don't know.
We'll see. Ooh, we're about a month away from Luke Cage.
Well, I was roughly kind of jump back to the She-Hulk thing. Like, if they do it, I hope they don't do it like, she was some random ass chick that just happened to get hit by a fucking gamma ray. That's how she becomes She-Hulk.
With no relation?
With no relation to the Incredible Hulk.
That would piss me the fuck off.
Yeah.
Bad.
I mean, because right now Netflix, all the Netflix MCU shows are related to the movie MCUs
yes.
as well.
Yeah. Same and as well as Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yes.
Because I don't know if you guys saw the poster. I don't know if it's real or fake, but it lists is it real?
The one with Ghost Rider?
No, the Avengers Infinity War. It has the list of the cast that's supposed to be in it.
Oh, nice.
And it lists
speculation.
I don't know if that's real or not, but it lists pretty much everyone that's out there with I don't know. I mean, literally, it just lists the cast of all the movies that have been out so far.
Yeah, and it's supposed to. Infinity War is supposed to be huge.
So the two brothers, the Russo brothers, they have said 63 confirmed characters in the Infinity War movie.
But they're not splitting it up into two movies now.
So I haven't seen them revise that number. If you're cutting it down, then you have to cut that number. Yeah. If not, it's going to be convoluted and weird. So
I have faith in them, but yeah,
they've done a great fucking job so far. So we'll see. We have to wait and see.
All right, you guys want to switch? What did you want to get?
What the fuck were we talking? Oh, DC Rebirth. You want to stay on comics?
I haven't read any much.
I'm still a little bit behind, but the thing that I'm excited for, I picked up Blue Beetle #1 today.
That as well.
I liked that Jaime Reyes character from Justice League versus Teen Titans, and obviously he was in Young Justice too.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I got that Deathstroke.
Yeah, so did I. I picked that up. I hate their two #1 bullshit though. They keep doing that horse shit.
Oh yeah, because there's Cronus. There's the one shot and then the actual.
But it's not called a one shot.
Yeah, but it says #1, so I'm looking for #2s and shit.
They both say #1, and I was like, I had to flip through it. Is this?
No, it's not. It's fucking weird because I'm missing one. I don't have the Green Arrow one.
They should do the All-Star, like how they're doing with the Batman. How there's
no, but he had the Rebirth thing too.
Yeah, he did.
He does too. So he's got 3 fucking comics out there.
Yep. Actually, I have it.
Yeah, because I know I was at Treasure Island today, and I was looking at comic books, and I saw that there was the Batman All-Star. Then I saw that there was Rebirth Batman, and there's Batman Rebirth, right?
Yeah.
There's another one. So it's Batman and the Monsters.
Detective Comics too.
No, not that. But there's the something Monsters or something that's coming.
Later, yeah.
Yeah, it's in October.
Wasn't that the whole reason with the whole convergence thing? Because they were trying to converse all the worlds together.
We don't talk about convergence. That shit sucks.
There's too many fucking worlds and shit going on, and that's what I thought that's what Rebirth is for, to make it all kind of condensed.
And in general, it is doing that. It's just they should do an issue #0 and an issue #1. That would solve all
that
the fucking problems.
that would stop my headache.
Like a 1.5 and shit.
No, just do a 0.
0 and 1.
Some comics have done 0.
Chronos got the examples for the YouTube list or viewers.
And for us.
Yeah, exactly.
Because some of us have not seen it. Yeah, there you go.
I know I saw the thing with the Flash last time we.
I have the Flashes.
Yep.
So a lot of them have that. I'm actually missing Wonder Woman #2.
Puts in his headphones.
All right, so this is the problem. This came out a couple weeks ago. All right, so see what it says?
He's holding Deathstroke.
Yeah. It says Deathstroke #1 Rebirth. All right. Then what came out today was Deathstroke #1.
Yeah, exactly.
Deathstroke, or it says Rebirth Deathstroke #1.
Yeah.
Instead of Rebirth Deathstroke. So yeah, it's like it's fucking
Same
retarded.
font on the fucking Rebirth and shit.
Yeah, it's all
it's
fucking-
confusing.
Deathstroke is spelled the same, or is
Yeah.
printed the same goddamn way.
Yeah.
God damn.
So when you go to a comic shop and you see two of these, you're like, okay, is one a variant?
Yeah, exactly.
Or that's what it really seems like. This seems like a variant, but it's not a variant.
Yeah. So
Well, one says DC Universe, the other one doesn't.
that's
Right.
too subtle.
But
Different.
they need to just say one shot because everyone understands what the fuck a one shot is.
Yeah.
Issue 0, issue #1. That's how
So-
they fucking should.
So what do you mean by one shot for people out there that don't
A
know?
one shot is basically it's just a one time comic. Like basically everything that in the story is contained in that one comic.
Okay.
So
But these ones they're kind of linked, but they're still #1s. It's
So
just,
it should be a 0.
yeah, it should be 0. It's the dumbest marketing ever.
So I actually have a what
You need some
Chronos-
tape for them back.
and so this is actually a
Yeah. That should be,
a variant because the original is a
Should be a
different
variant.
color.
but it's also a one shot.
It is also it is the one shot, but the original, or this is actually second print.
Yeah.
Original print is blue, and I have a green one, and then I have Batman #1 in this pile somewhere.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's super confusing. So
But overall, the stories have been really good. The ones that we've all read and whatnot. So I'm liking that.
The only one I didn't like was the new Superman.
Yeah, the Chinese.
The Asian
oh yeah.
Hot garbage. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm debating if I should get Superwoman and Supergirl or either
I
one.
passed on Superwoman.
They did a kind of a clever thing. It's not Superwoman.
Oh.
It's Superwomen's.
Oh, women's.
it's multiple.
Women? Oh.
What the fuck?
Yeah, so there's actually two of them.
Oh.
Oh, so
I was wondering why they were like the S was on the side. Let me see if I can find it.
yeah, because I saw you
But
had
it did say Superwomen, but it's
So it's like Lois Lane.
So there's an
right?
E in it, right?
Lois Lane
and
Lana
Lana Lang. Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Who are both Superman?
But are they both brunettes?
love
though?
interests?
No, one has red hair.
Fucking shit.
So, and then there's Supergirl.
Lana Lang had red hair.
So
No, I'm just fucking with
it
you.
looks like most everything so far DC that I have seen has had a one shot. So like Batgirl, Deathstroke, what is it, Red Hood and the Outlaws,
For Deathstroke,
Flash.
we think that
Flash.
these are.
I have Flashes.
I haven't read both of them. I read only one, but we think that they're connected. I don't know if these are one shots for sure.
Oh, for Deathstroke?
Yeah.
No, I think I think everyone starts with the one shot. Like there's the one shot and then there's the #1.
Oh, okay. All right.
So far,
I've
that's
read
what
it.
I have seen. So Justice League, Green Lantern, Hal Jordan in the Green Lantern Corps,
So
all of those.
and I can't read everything, but I love the Green Lanterns.
Oh, with the two, with Jessica
Yeah.
Cruz and Simon Baz.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's gotten extremely good, especially with the Red Lanterns being in there.
I'm liking it.
it's
So far.
actually in the Justice League too.
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, it's like it's in both really. So,
So what I'm liking about Justice League so far is that each hero is involved in their own storyline, but then they seem to take a tangent, squad up in Justice League, and somehow come back or deal with whatever. I don't know if it's in the future or whatnot, but I don't know if they're running side by side. I know the Green Lanterns are, because they leave.
They have to.
They talk about what they're doing, then they got to come back and deal with it.
No, they have to because
Yeah.
Hal Jordan gave them one lamp to charge their ring
Yeah,
and
so-
said, y'all gonna work together or you basically can't be lanterns.
Yeah, no. I'm talking about when they squad up with the Justice League.
Oh,
They're
okay,
talking about
yeah.
they need to go back and finish what they're doing.
Yeah. The only thing I will give shade on is Jessica Cruz with the Green Lanterns is bitch made all of a sudden.
What do you mean all of a sudden? Has she always been this way?
No,
'Cause
not
I
in the
don't-
dark. In the Dark Side Wars, she was kind of badass for most of it.
Yeah,
and
so
now
what's
she's
up-
way.
What's up with her and not being able to make a construct?
Yeah, I don't know where they're going with that, but
So they're waiting for her to have. I'm assuming they're going to do it to where. So Simon Baz has Emerald Sight, which I
Yeah.
guess is new. So they'll probably have it to where she has some new emerald power that nobody knows about.
those motherfuckers, I
Got
see
that
what they
emerald
did.
poontang.
Oh, she do though.
Yeah, so if you look at the cover of a Superwoman S, I'm showing it on YouTube right now, but there's like I thought that it was weird where they placed the Superman symbol, but it's at the end of Superwoman, so it's Superwoman's, and there's two of them.
But it's interesting if you actually look at the image. There's there's a super person here and there's one there, and their hairs are different. Is that?
Yeah, I know what's that. Oh, and the two that are on here. So that's Lois and that's Lana.
Okay.
So,
Oh wait. Oh, okay. That's.
yeah, Lana's the one in red.
Oh, okay.
Shit. All right.
Fucking nice, sneaky.
I am liking Wonder Woman so far too.
Yeah, it's been great.
Really.
Oh yeah, I'm missing issue 2. I have up to issue 3 so far.
I'll give it to you. All right.
I gotta buy it.
Should we switch on up? All right. You know what I want to hear about? So Blue,
Oh yeah.
biggest Batman fan I know. Telltale comes out with a Batman game, and you played episode 1. What was your thoughts?
First, let me just say, the way this gameplay goes is you're kind of the director. It's kind of like what's it, Dragon's
Quest.
Dragon's Quest. Yeah. So you pretty much have to kind of push the buttons in sync with the gameplay, and if you fuck up, it's like Rain. It's like that. How if you don't hit the button right, it
Heavy
gets
Rain.
fucked. Heavy Rain. Yeah. Where things doesn't work out, and you end up you can end up dying and have to play the level or that scene over again. But so far, it's a good ass fucking game. It's up there of my Batman games, because every decision you make has an impact on the fucking game, and it gets to the point where it gets kind of stressful, because you have to when you make your decision, there's a counter that's going, and you have to make it in that certain time frame. If not, it's going to randomly select something. So you have to read shit and decide what decision you're going to make. And me being a huge Batman fan, I'm trying to think what would Batman say, what would Bruce Wayne say. So there's a scene where Malcolm Falcone comes to Bruce Wayne's house, and he's campaigning for Harvey Dent to be I think he's running for mayor. I can't think of exactly what he's running. Or district attorney.
DA, yeah.
For the DA, yeah. And he gets Falcone to come and try to support him. And Bruce is like, why are you having this guy come to my fucking house? And he's a known fucking, what's the name? He's like, well, allegedly he's a fucking gangster or whatever. And so they go to the back room, and Falcone's telling Harvey Dent he can't come in there. And so you have a decision to make, either you don't let Harvey in there, you do want him in there, or you don't go in there at all. And so I'm like, no, I'm not gonna I'm not gonna come in here without Harvey. But when I made that decision, I'm like, if some shit goes down in this room, Harvey's gonna see me fucking break Fool's nose and shit like that. So I don't want him in there. I want to be able to do shit to fucks up people. But I was like, no, let me have him come here so he can be kind of back me up. So he comes into the room, and then up on the top it'd be oh, Harvey's gonna remember this. Mm-hmm. I'm like, fuck, the gameplay, it really, the decision you make have the impact, and it's kind of stressful because with you have a fucking gangster in your house, and I barely told this dude to get the fuck out of my house. Hey, I'm not shaking your goddamn hand. I'm not fucking playing pool with you.
Kick
get
rocks.
The fuck out. Yeah, I was like, kick rocks. And he fucking on there it says, oh, he's gonna remember this, and then his reaction was that oh, Mr. Billionaire, blah blah blah. He's too fancy for us. I'm not gonna buy your house, but I might find another way to get your house. I'm like, oh fuck, dude, this shit's gonna bite me in the ass later on. But the gameplay it's really fucking cool. I really it's like watching a movie basically, and you're the director and you're calling out the scenes, and I'm really looking forward to see how it all plays out in the end. But it's a really good game. Right now it's on PSN Network, and I think on Xbox 2 as well. Or Xbox as well.
Both.
It's if you buy a season pass. I meant 2 as in also.
Yeah.
Or TOO. But yeah, it's right now it's available for $24.99 for the season pass, and it's 6 episodes long, and every episode is $5. So you can save a little bit of money if you buy the season pass.
Sounds good.
So speaking of kind of online gaming and downloads and all that stuff, PSN Plus is upping their rates by $10 a year.
Yep.
Which normally would be okay, but in the most the whole last year has been pretty shitty for PSN Plus. There's been hardly any AAA titles at all. They really fell off. When it first came out, it was AAA title, every fucking month, and now they've really fallen off. So I hope that with this increase in price, they will bring back the great games other than indie titles. I mean, indie titles are cool, but I don't want to pay $60 a year to play indie titles.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, and they coupled it with the online for the PS4. If you want to play games online or whatever, you have to have PSN Plus, right?
Some games you don't have to.
Okay.
Like No Man's Sky, I don't think you need to.
Okay. Okay.
But like a lot of the indie games are pretty cheap too. Like they're like $5 or $10, so you're not really getting your money worth.
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about this before, and I love Sony, but I'll give them shit when they deserve it.
Yeah.
They've fallen off on their PSN free games for PS4 and for Vita. I don't really look for the PS3 anymore, but
Carlos says what's up.
Oh, what's up, Carlos?
There hasn't been any like cool features either. Like before, they used to have like not screensaver, but like backgrounds you can download. But there hasn't been any of that either.
Yeah.
Or like there's been a few like exclusive demos, but even that's like.
This is what I expect. Just to give examples, at this point, it's midway or even past midway through 2016, they should have Infamous First Son free. I mean, that should be a free game.
That's Second Son.
Or Second Son. God damn, I'm all...
Third Son, twice removed.
But I mean, they did a remastered version of God of War 3. That should be free on PS4.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's $20.
Well, but I'm talking about games that are older that they made, they being Sony. Why aren't those free on PSN?
They used to have badass games.
Not Saints Row, one of the...
Saints Row the 4th
Was that free?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was free on both systems.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, Far Cry 4, which is older now.
So wait, so it's going to go, it's $59.99 right now, right? So they want to go to $69.99.
Yeah.
Correct?
No, it's $49.99 normally. Now it's going to go to
59?
Yeah.
I thought it was $59 because I tried buying mine and I bought a reduced one for $34
Rewind the tape.
a little bit ago.
So
Maybe you already jacked up the price.
yeah, maybe
I thought it
they
was a
did.
September thing that was
I
happening.
Actually, you know what? I actually renew my subscription because I
Automatically?
fell off on it. No, not automatic because I moved, so like when they try to charge me, it wasn't going through. But yeah, I think it was $59.99 now.
Okay. I'm down for them. They do need to step up their free games or discounted games.
Yeah, it's going to $59.99.
Yeah, okay. See, there you go. All right, y'all.
Does it say when?
I think it says September. Hold on.
Holy shit.
Yeah, September.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is a good time to still buy your year-long before the price increases and goes up a little bit. But it's not a crazy amount of money, but they do need to improve.
Yeah, they just need to bring some 8 titles.
Well, let's see what the September one will bring.
Yeah.
What games do we have here?
Are they going to talk about it already? Or
Yeah, because September's like a week away.
let's see if you can find that. That'd be great. And
Yeah, it's not sure.
While we're
that's all right.
Well, I mean, they got the what's the name coming out in October? The PlayStation VR comes out October 1st.
Yeah, but I'm talking about free games, though. You know what I mean? I want that free, you know?
Yeah, because like Xbox had their games like Sunset Overdrive. That was free.
Of course. And it
Back in the day.
if it's produced by you and it's been like 2 years or a year and a half,
Yeah, it was literally like a year
then
or less. I think,
either put it on there for like $10 or $15
Yeah.
or cheaper, or do it for free. You know?
Yeah, or even like Red Dead when that was available, it was $7.
Yeah.
But it shot up to $30
Yeah, right now I'm looking at the PlayStation Plus site, and right now it's $49.99. So I think that's how much I paid.
So then 59. Yeah, I paid like 34 or some shit.
Good shit. All right. Should you got anything to switch gears to? We're trying to get in here, old ninja.
Oh, did we want to do the Ask Bees and BTI still?
Oh yeah.
I
Go
just
ahead.
did. There was only one.
Well, what's this? Wait, what's with the Fave 7s then?
Let's save that for when we have Stitch for
Yeah.
a full cast. So let's round it up.
All right.
Blue, what you got this week?
You know what time it is right now? It's fucking
nighttime.
Mr. Robot time.
Oh,
right
damn
now, somebody's sitting there fucking. Some fucking cool ass, some dank ass fucking Mr. Robot going on right
Hopefully
That
it's
F-
an FBI.
Yeah,
double,
FBI girl.
Double clicking her
now.
mouse.
Damn. So, this weekend, I got a kid's birthday party to go to, but I'm fucking training for this goddamn Spartan race. Like, I've been riding my bike. I got new fucking tires for my bike. I got street tires, so I can't wait to fucking break that shit in. Get out there.
I've got a plan too. You know what it is? Steroids. It's gonna be great.
Oh shit!
Yeah, man. There's an anime on Netflix right now, Sinbad, that I kind of want to watch.
Yeah, it's good. Did you watch Magi?
Yes, it did.
Yeah, so it's just Sinbad from before when he was a kid. It's
Okay.
really dope. Me and my daughter who watched it together, she liked it a lot.
Okay, cool. Because I was like flipped through Netflix. I was like, oh, this Sinbad show looks fucking badass. So I'm definitely gonna be trying to check that out. Also, there's another anime on Crunchyroll that somebody suggested I watch. So I'm gonna wait to watch it and then
Berserk.
come back back and
Yeah, Berserk is fucking lit, man.
yeah, I know you guys like fucking Berserk. Hey, is fucking Naruto still on fillers?
No, they're not.
They're not.
No. It should be the past couple episodes have been not filler.
Okay, I need to go back then because goddamn, fucking talk about goddamn fillers.
They came back and they've been. I think it's been like a little bit, but the past 3 episodes haven't been filler.
Okay, I know they came back for like an episode and then they went back to fillers again.
Yeah,
they pulled some fucking bleach move.
Yeah, they're off now. But the filler they had most recently, it was filler, but it was okay filler because it was backstory on who.
That's true.
The
Sons.
Sage, but the Sage of the Six Paths, like who he was.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I guess that wasn't filler more, but they fucking broke away from the story arc. So
yeah.
There's what I wanted to mention. There's a movie coming out called I can't think of what it's called, but it reminds me of 11 from Stranger Things because there's a girl, she's like being experimented on. She has like
it's what about Mora or something?
It's Morgan.
Yeah, what about Morgan?
Yeah, it's a movie called Morgan. I wanted to say that when we were talking about Stranger Things, I was like, yeah, dude, there's a movie about 11 coming out, but her name is Morgan.
Live action?
Yeah, it's a live action movie, and
it's directed by Ridley Scott.
Oh, okay. Holy shit.
But yeah, it totally makes me think of Stranger Things. But yeah, fucking catching up on some more with the robot. I like to give a shout out to one of my coworkers. He's the one that kind of I like talking to this guy because he likes Mr. Robot as well, but then also I got him into Lucid Strode, and he fucking read all the fucking issues that I recommend to him. So shout out to Gabe for that shit. But yeah, man, just fucking chilling this weekend.
Kronos, what you got?
Well, this weekend my daughter's leaving for the summer. Well, she's leaving for the school year, so that sucks. So we're gonna go to Great America. I'm gonna try to get on that Mass Effect ride.
Yes.
So they're tearing down the Vortex.
Yeah, I heard about it. That's their best ride too.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
But
So
they're having a new ride called
stand-up one, right?
Paradox.
Yeah, stand-up one. So like one of the few stand-up ones still left. So yeah, I mean that sucks, but it's kind of cool. We're gonna go to Great America.
But you hear about the new ride? What it's gonna be called?
No.
It's called the Patriot.
Oh really?
Which is one of the rivals for the 49ers who fucking own Great America.
That's hilarious. Wow. Anyway, yeah. Other than that, looking forward to San Francisco Comic-Con to do this panel. It's gonna be great. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. Diversity is gonna be the main thing on the docket, and it should be pretty cool. Some controversial stuff will be said.
Yes.
So yeah, it'll be nice. Other than that, yeah, nothing really.
And we will put out the times for those panels shortly.
Yeah, certainly will. Oh, and I'm thinking about competing again in jiu-jitsu, so we'll see. Maybe next couple months.
Ooh, that'd be awesome. All right, old Ninja, what you got?
So like Blue said, Miss Robot's tonight, so I'm gonna try to catch that tonight.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be probably back on some No Man's Sky. Just that's like my chill game for a little bit. Stitch and I are going to the Heroes and Fan Fest on Saturday in San Jose at the Convention Center. So it is all weekend, but we're only going to be there Saturday. Stitch is supposed to get his bow and arrow signed by Stephen Amell, but I don't know if he is. But he's still planned on going. The last time I checked,
Just his bows.
yeah. Oh yeah, just his bow. Just his bow.
Hard, actually.
Yeah. Well, you never know shit.
Sign the tip, bitch.
Oh damn! Oh damn! So I haven't talked to him. I mean, I talked to him earlier, but he didn't say if he got his ticket yet. But that's the plan. He may just get a general admission, and we'll just go. We'll be representing the cast, passing out cards, and then doing the San Francisco Comic-Con in a week. Yeah, it's next weekend.
Yeah.
And then actually we'll be celebrating also that whole time. So we got a busy couple weekends ahead. So
Hell yeah. And for me, I am just fucking with still playing that Witcher and trying to get on some Overwatch with everybody. Although I do enjoy the Division finally. It took forever.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Thanks to Stitch and playing with Blue, it was really fun.
There's no fucking issues trying to play.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. We finally leveled up past level 10. Like
holy shit!
We're noobs, you know.
Super
No, I wasn't new, but every time I tried to fucking play it, there was an update, the server down, I couldn't log into my goddamn account. I'm like, I fucking rage quit that game.
Yeah, it's weird.
And I still need to set up, like, we should do a Be the BTI PSN group, you know what I mean? So folks who are listening can
we
jump
have
on
that.
there.
Oh, you mean
Like
separate?
actual group
Yeah, you
on
can
there.
actually create
Social
now.
group or whatever.
Well,
So.
I don't think a lot of people knew that we had a Twitch channel, so I actually posted today, and some people were like checking it out. So right now it's only you can see Blue playing the Batman game. Actually, he plays like half an hour worth.
Yeah.
I think Cronus and myself are gonna probably Twitch out some more stuff. I think if you guys do the Division, you guys should Twitch that out for sure.
Well, I know after next week, I'll be able to Twitch a whole lot more. So
Okay, yeah, I might Twitch some No Man's Sky. I'm gonna see about trying to get that to work, and then if not, I'll just Twitch out some like stuff on the Xbox.
Actually, one quick thing about the Batman Telltale games is that when you first play the game, you get to choose the color of like the computer that Batman worked with, and it has an effect on the game too.
Oh wow, that's
cool.
actually pretty.
Like your weapons and stuff all are that color, which is fucking great.
Oh, that's why your stuff was like that. So if you go to our Twitch channel, watch Blue play, and you'll see what he's talking about.
Yeah, it's fucking cool. I
Good
love
shit.
it.
All right, hold on. So we were just talking about San Francisco Comic-Con, and you know what's great? Comic-Con in a box. You know how you get that? LootCrate.com. So Loot Crate is basically Comic-Con in a box. You get really cool gadgets and T-shirts that are all geek and nerd related. You can also get it in different styles of boxes. I don't know them all, but I know that Stitch, he got a pet's like Loot Crate.
Oh yeah, for his dogs.
Yeah, for his dogs, because he has a few dogs. It's a great service. You pay a low monthly fee. I think I'm paying like $13, which is less than the cost of a T-shirt. And it comes with a T-shirt plus a bunch of random gadgets. I'm missing my alien thing. I don't know where I put it. It's like our mascot for a while, but eventually I'm gonna put some shelves up in the background here so I can actually put up all my Loot Crate stuff because it's pretty cool. Oh, Ninja, why don't you? Actually, no, the video's off right now. But this week or this month they had a really cool box that could break down into a hammer, which is Harley Quinn's hammer because the theme was Suicide Squad. They have every month it's a theme of stuff. One of them I had was Deadpool. So if you're watching the podcast today, you would notice that I had a Deadpool shirt on. That was from Loot Crate. So I do wear the Loot Crate shirts quite a bit, especially on the podcast, so I can give them some advertisements and then talk about it when I'm doing the podcast. So yeah, if you guys do us a favor, go to trylootcrate.com/BThenBTI, enter the promo code BRIDGE10. You will save 10% on any new subscription. Once again, that's trylootcrate.com/BThenBTI, promo code BRIDGE10 to save yourself 10% on a new subscription.
Like a bridge you walk on.
Be sure to rate us on iTunes. Seriously, go to fucking iTunes.
Go to benhatproductions.com and check out us and our other podcasts like our sister podcast, Girls Are Easy, Cronus Does, and MJ Better Than Kobe.
Yeah, you guys can do another one of those.
Yeah, once Stitch gets off this schedule right here, we should do one very soon.
Yep. Also, you can find us on Twitch. If you go to twitch.tv/BThenBTI, you can see us play video games.
Hell yeah.
And definitely check us out on YouTube if you ain't checked us out already. You can check out our React videos to both music, games, trailers, stuff like that, and also check out the before and after cast where your boy Blue here rolls up with one of the cast members and we talk about behind the scenes type shit.
Tweet at us at BThenBTI and Facebook at BThenBTI.
Harambe was an inside job.
That fool dead. Prodigy killed him.
But a Prami will rise. Our girlfriend can't get this